This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
It's Eric Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
All right, thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Eric Nagel over there. Joining us from the frozen tundra known as Arizona, please welcome the lead singer of Bowling for Soup. I forgot what his name is, but we'll just call him Jordan for now.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. If you're listening to us on iHeartRadio app, thank you very much for doing so. If you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, any of those fine places that you find us for on-demand content, do us a kindness. Go over there. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program in a very big way. We can't even begin to explain it to you because I don't really know how it actually helps. But it does something for us. So please go and do that. If you want to join us live each and every week as we are doing said program, hop over to our live rooms on YouTube and on Twitch. All under It's Eric Nagel. You can hop in there. You can like and subscribe, hit your notifications, hit the bells and whistles, and feel free to throw in that super hot super chat money that all goes to this man here at that direction. That guy goes right to him. And you think...
He's not kidding. I got myself an extra $2 the other day.
You did. Out of nowhere.
I screenshotted that one, yeah.
That Venmo came in and it was like, see, told you.
I love getting like a mid-afternoon notification that I'm $2 richer. So, you know, it is nice. And, it's much appreciated. So, keep them coming, everybody.
It is. And there you go. So, anyway.
I need that gas money for the August trip. So, just, send them my way, guys.
Please do that. Yes, in August, we will be doing the show from San Diego, which will be a lot of fun. We will be in downtown San Diego by the Convention Center. Doing our program will be a lot of fun. We have a bunch of other show updates to talk about real quick. As this show comes out on Friday, May 24th, we will also be doing another show live, sort of a pop-up situation. I don't know the exact time yet, but again, if you hit the follow and notification stuff for YouTube or for Twitch, it will let you know when we're live. We're going to pop in. I posted on all our social media platforms a link that you can click and send us any kind of question that you have for us, or you can hop into the live rooms as we do that, and we're going to take your questions through Super Chat or whatever the Twitch equivalent is, where you throw money at a situation to make it go away. That's what we're doing. So you pop in there, send in a Super Chat question. We will answer all your questions. And it's something to do. We're going to repackage it and then use it for, in a couple weeks, I'm going to be out of the country. So we'll have that and some other content for you. So that's what we're doing for that. What else do we have?
Finally getting to one of those non-extradition countries, huh, Eric?
Yeah, it was coming, when,
right.
Because, come November, if wins the election, I'm out of here. I'm moving to, So there you go.
We'll just put in someone. You know what? We'll put in both names and we'll just run it simultaneously. And that way you've never taken a position, but at least you're taking sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it
Broncos. That way. Oh, the way the Simpsons going, I can't wait for the Denver Broncos to win the Super Bowl. Remember? For like 4 years, the Simpsons just used the same episode and changed those two lines.
Mr. Black. Speaking of, real quick before we move on, rating the show, leaving a comment, doing all that stuff, that's all great. Tom from Alberta actually reached out to me and he's like, hey, how do I rate the show? How do I go ahead and leave a comment or a review? He doesn't subscribe to the fruit phone, as it were.
Right.
And he went on, I think it was Amazon. And the way you have to review stuff through Amazon, it's like your product. He's got to write a product review.
How are you listening? What through Amazon is listening to the show?
I think Amazon has their own music, podcasting, and all this stuff. So he had to do it that way.
Do we feed the show to Amazon?
I don't know. I'd have to look.
If we do, that's news to me because I was not aware that was part of our distribution.
Here's the thing.
For it.
They were they rejected his review of our show.
Well, he told me he showed me what he wrote, but he told me that he included a photo too, and I think maybe the photo did it.
Maybe.
So
yeah,
go back there and put in what you want. But I'm gonna look through our stuff here. I don't know. I'm going.
Maybe it's an RSS thing. Like maybe he has an RSS feed hooked up, or maybe it's one of those things. I mean,
going through the iHeart thing, I got to go through Omni.
But yeah, I just thought it was funny. He's like, he went out of his way to do a nice thing, and they still said no, which was right on the heels of all the tech issues we were having last week with a lot of these things. So
okay.
I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. So I'm going through the back end here, and I'm seeing. So we have two feeds feeding the same thing. We have the iHeart feed. We have our feed.
Right.
So that's fine. But then it also distributes to, let's see, Spotify. Why is it going to Odyssey? They're a whatever.
Is it Odyssey or Audacity?
Audacy. Is that Audacity? That's Odyssey. That was
Odyssey.
Our old company 4 times renamed CBS.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the CBS.
So it's
one.
feeding to Pandora. Fuck them. I'm gonna have to. I gotta call somebody.
I want to know who's listening on Pandora. Like,
Nobody.
Let's get the Pandora numbers.
Not even just us. No one's listening to Pandora.
Not
it was a
not
complete
one.
bust for SiriusXM to buy that nonsense.
How funny.
So yeah, Spotify that goes to Apple. I think
it's
everything
funny.
goes through Apple at this point. But I don't think Apple's the end all be all anymore for analytics and stuff.
I have the company that we go through for the other show gives me analytics for all kinds of different things. And what happens is that you can break down how people are listening. We have people listening through their television. Like, it actually tracks that if you're using a smart TV to listen to podcasts.
Yeah. All right.
And this was before we did video. So it's not them doing
not bad.
YouTube. It's getting out there. It's just being segmented in such a weird way that we're not seeing the little numbers. We're just
through our .com.
Yeah.
It feeds through the other podcast page. What is Deezer?
Deezer. Yeah, I've heard of Deezer. It's almost like an RSS thing.
All right, we're feeding through that.
Yeah.
We're feeding through Samsung.
Samsung. Yeah.
Why
it's
wasn't
weird,
I
right?
told about half of this stuff? I had no idea. Is Samsung a reputable outlet for this?
Look,
is that
we
something
can
I
barely
need to pay attention to?
We could barely tell people to like and subscribe through YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Right.
Could you imagine you having to add things like Deezer? How many? No. Let's just we'll keep it to the big 3, and then however you're listening to the show or coming, to our program, just do what you can. But
what is this?
We appreciate you.
I'm looking up what this is.
Which one?
Hold on, I don't want to give it out.
You wouldn't want to hurt the one listener on there.
No, I don't know. It's called Ghana. Gaana.
I've never heard of that one. That one I've definitely never heard of.
I know we have some sort of deal, because that's why I was trying to be careful with this. I know we have some sort of deal where the show feeds from here to some network in India that carries it over.
Part of the People's Republic of Ghana.
Well, Ghana is a country in Africa.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but Gaana is not the country, So
I know.
I don't know which is the one that feeds to that. There's a whole thing that there's some company in India that gets American podcasts and then sort of like a relay, and then spreads it all through. Like, they're the main hub for Southeast Asia.
Yeah, this is them. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
It's all Punjabi. Ooh, we can listen to the Punjabi top 50, Hindi romance top 50.
Here's what I want to find out now.
We need to do this.
I need to find. I got to go find and see if I can get analytics from that company. Then I want to see if I can find if there's shows ripping us off or copying what we do, because there's a lot of other shows where you see stuff that's obviously from a popular podcast.
Right.
And you'll see like hack shitty versions of it in the Middle East and in like Bangladesh, and things like that, where they're just taking clips from other popular podcasts and then repurposing it for their own, or just taking the topics that were talked about. Not like anybody owns a topic, but
no,
word for word is almost like a transcription thing. and they put it out in their language in that part of the world because they can get away with it. You don't have jurisdiction to reach out that far to really put a stop to it legally. I would love to find
listen to the
Indian
Punjabi
podcasts that are just like I don't even know like a stereotypical Indian name to make it up.
Rajit.
It's Apu Napasapima Petalan. Maybe that's the show that's on there. And it's just everything we've done and talked about. I would love to find that. So we'll have to look for that. Anyway, so Amazon Music Audible. I guess that is part of the deal. So that makes sense how he's listening to us through Amazon. So Amazon Music, I forget Amazon has it's like Tidal. Everyone forget that's still a thing.
Is that still a thing?
It is still a thing.
The Jay-Z bit?
And I only knew it was still a thing because I was looking up something about Apple and Spotify, and there was, most articles lead you right to Reddit, and they're talking about the audio quality. Like the audio quality comes better through Apple than it does through Spotify, and then they were talking about the file conversions, and then other people were showing the specs and say it's really not that much different, between Apple and Spotify. But then people pop in, Tidal sounds better than all of them, and I was like, Tidal's still a thing? Well, anyway, this is how I feel with Amazon Music, not realizing that that's still a thing. Not knocking it, I just was not aware.
Yeah.
So
no, I honestly, like, people get mad at me when I tell them I don't use Spotify. Like, that's how much Apple and Spotify have been the top two dogs in the fight. And when I say, I don't listen to Spotify, it's because I get it through my phone. My Apple phone gives me everything I need. They're confused. I'm like, why? I didn't know I had to be on. It's like the gaming wars. Like, it's not PlayStation or Xbox. I'm just listening.
Having multiple selections. That's fine.
Have options.
But I'm also tired of people saying, "Well, you're not on this thing, so it's not as good. What you're subscribing to is not as good as what I subscribe to."
Right.
It's like going back to the pandemic with the vaccines. Well, I had this company's one as compared to that one. This is the Cadillac of vaccine. I've heard that term a million times.
I get Pandemic Prime.
And now they're all kind of dying. So I'm glad you got what you got, and then and that fell apart. Hope it was good for the little mini boost of clout at the time. So you went from clout to clot, and there you have it.
That's a show title, From Clout to Clot.
Yeah, that might get us thrown down. So we're not going to do that. All right. So anyway, Tom, try your review again if you're doing it on Amazon Music. I didn't know that you could do reviews on Amazon Music. I'll have to go there and look and check it out. But thank you for doing so. One other thing about the show, and then we'll actually get into topicality. Google Podcasts sent me a notice, and they sent it to me a while ago, and I forgot. And then I got another update this week. So Google Podcasts is no longer going to be a thing. Yeah. So it used to be you would say, get us on Apple and get a show or find our music on Apple and Google Podcasts, Google Music, what have you. Well, Google Podcasts, I guess, wasn't doing good or wasn't functioning well enough that they're dissolving it. Here's the notice that I got. It says, where is it? Right here. Since April 3rd of this year, users in the U.S. are no longer able to listen to podcasts through Google Podcasts. After June 24th, 2024, this will be the case for all users in all regions. On July 30th, 2024, Google Podcast Manager will no longer be available. Until then, you can continue to have access to your analytics in Google Podcast Manager and can export them if you wish. You have the option to bring your podcast to YouTube by submitting your podcast RSS feed. If you submit your feed to YouTube, all new episodes added to your RSS feed will automatically be uploaded to YouTube and will also be made available on YouTube Music. So, all right, so that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're migrating everybody over to what they're trying to make their hub.
Right.
So,
Trashitarian, I'm going to start listening on Pandora. You're going to be the only one. The only one.
No, he's taking a trip to Disney World. That's where he's going to listen to the show, just right as he's waiting in line.
Hello, Ashley. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Where were we here? So it'll be uploaded made available through YouTube Music. Alternately, you can upload your video podcast in YouTube Studio. So if I'm reading this right, most people don't have video podcasts. They do an audio version, right?
Right.
Your RSS feed is to distribute the audio version of your podcast. So if you do that and you set it up through YouTube, if you upload an audio version of your show, does it generate like a video and just has like a title card or something in it?
I haven't tried it yet. I'm in the process of trying to do that with the other show. Once I can get it, I was thinking it was going to add like a visualizer, like the old, God, what was that music player that everyone had on their Windows? Winamp? Remember Winamp? I thought maybe like a visualizer would go.
Is that the one that really whips the llama's ass? Was that the one? Where you had all your custom skins for your equalizer window and all that?
Yes, everybody had theirs had oh, look, this is my Rick and Morty Winamp.
Winamp's, I think, is dead. Let's steal that for the show title. Yeah. Episode, where are we at now? I don't know what episode we're at. It really whips the llama's ass. Nobody's using it. Okay. Continue.
But yeah, I think maybe that's what it's going to do. Gabby in the chat was saying Windows Media Player. Yeah, Windows Media Player was like their built-in version, but Winamp was like, and that's the thing. Winamp was like the big dog that everyone in the MySpace generation would customize their skins and have visualizers and players, and everything would look like the Matrix or whatever they wanted to do. And it was just to play your pirated, MP3s from LimeWire or something. So I'm sure it was another way we all got viruses on our, Windows 2000 computers.
Right.
But
well, anyway, so if you were listening to the show through Google Podcasts, that's not a thing. So I guess we're moving over to, I don't know how this works because I don't know. I'll have to check with the people that handle this for us and see if they're moving us over to YouTube Music and to YouTube. Look, we put the final version, we stream the show live on YouTube. Yep. Then we put the produced version of the show up for everybody on YouTube. I don't want the audio that's not submitted by us, but through the workaround from coming from the iHeart system or whatever, going through there, uploading to YouTube because it used to be on Google, and now there's an audio version that has a title card generated video of the up there against the one that we're doing on our channel. I don't know how that all works. This is not the place to be discussing it, but no. Now that I'm aware of this, I got to send some emails out and figure this stuff out. Trashitarian saying, Google ruins everything. Google Music was awesome. YouTube Music blows. I am not familiar with YouTube Music. I do enjoy the YouTube app, except lately, maybe not lately, but in the last several months, whatever they updated, it became uber sensitive.
Oh, God, yeah.
So if I go to put if I'm watching something, okay, I go to put the app down, and if my hand just gently brushes against the glass of the phone, it's now clicking to the ad that's below it or some other episode it recommended below that. And I got to go back into the history and go back to the video that I want. It's so damn sensitive. But meanwhile, I've seen kids on the iPad or their phone going through the YouTube things, and they're just, going a million miles an hour watching different things. And as they hold the devices, it's not going to the next one. I'm delicately putting my phone down because I'm watching somebody's podcast or stream or whatever it is. And all of a sudden I put it down and now something else pops up. It's really aggravating.
So mad. You okay?
I'm sneezing with rage here. Yeah, I had to hit the cough button for a second.
Yeah, and show titles are just coming. We're 10 minutes in.
Sneezing with rage. All right.
I like sneezing with rage.
All right, I wrote that down. So anyway, I think that's it for show updates. Again, Friday, May 24th, leading into this year's Memorial Day weekend, we will be doing that pop-up show where we'll answer your questions. So come in, bring your jukebox money, and you too can answer a question as we go into the Love Shack.
I believe we got some jukebox money before we move on.
We do?
We do.
Okay, hold on.
I know you have the little soundy buttons. Otherwise, I would do it.
Ready there. Okay, where is it? There it is. Nope, it's not. It was on. Yep, there we go. Here we go. Super chat. Our pal iRock. Jordan
he is paying all my gas money.
Yeah, bageling with the sections. There's sections.
Religious sex,
apparently. But thank you, iRock. Good to see you.
Look, this may be the first time a religion has ever been associated with bagels. So good for you guys.
Yeah, I can't think of any other. I'm pondering.
No bagels.
No. For people more learned than us to decipher all that. AZ, if 459 in the chat. YouTube Premium is totally worth it. It comes with YouTube Music, so basically 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, I've been thinking about pulling the trigger to do YouTube Premium, but most of the stuff that we're using it for, like ad blocker works. I'm not suggesting you get that, but ad blocker works. And you're fine with a desktop version of it. The phone has been pretty good. I don't worry about skipping the commercials because usually it's 10 seconds and you hit skip and you're fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not that impatient that I can't deal with it. I just wish the interface wasn't so goddamn sensitive.
I had it briefly when they gave me like a 3 months trial, and I thought it was great. It's very expensive for what they give you. The only reason I'm considering it is that they like to advertise horror movies constantly, no matter if it's children's programming on there, because the kids like to watch, like Fortnite videos and things like that. And next thing you know, they're watching a trailer for Abigail and like, okay, great. I'm going to be up all night because, this is not being shown. So if I can get something that just bypasses all that, I might consider that, to be honest with you. And with summer starting, it might be worth the price, at least for the next couple months.
Okay. Good. I see our pal Gurk's in there. The Gurk, because he spells it like 1990s gangster rap. THAGIERK on Twitch. Go give him a follow for all your video gaming and Sea of Thieves needs. Oh, by the way, I just noticed, I forgot to move it, but it's in camera view right here. You can see.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking, I don't know if I said it on the show, but I know you and I were talking about the Australian licorice.
Yeah, we were talking about the other night,
I got 2 newer versions that I tried that were fantastic. One of them was watermelon, and the other one I have over here. I'll show you in a second. But I had a big party and stuff over the previous weekend, and I guess I must have talked about it to somebody because a neighbor dropped this off to me, and they said, hey, saw this in the store, and I picked it up for you. Now, this is the one you can get anywhere, and it's fine. I am not complaining. It's delicious. When you think licorice, some people think black licorice, which is god-awful, but then if you're of a certain age, you think it's amazing. My dad used to love black licorice. I don't get it. He loved Good and Plenty's, which was disgusting. But you get the Australian licorice. It's big, thick, fat, girthy licorice. See how fast I said it so you couldn't edit it? But yeah, you get them in the chunks. This is one of the brands. This Wiley Wallaby. There's another company, I can't think of the other name, but both of them are really good. I'm not a fan of the one that comes like in a brown bag because they're smaller and they don't taste as good. But there's another company that's like this one, and it's really good. So they dropped off the strawberry, and I do appreciate that. This flavor is a seasonal thing that came out that I never had before. It's like a mini consumer review here, but this is fantastic. If you can find this, pick this up. Lemonade.
Ooh.
Oh my God, is it so good.
Did I send you the other day what I've been doing with lemonade lately?
No.
So I get the sugar-free.
Yes, you did. Yes.
So I'm grabbing the sugar-free Minute Maid lemonade. Great.
Right.
And I'm pouring a packet of whatever flavor Kool-Aid into it. It has changed my life. Like I just did Tropical Punch this morning, mixed it up. It's just perfect. It's a fun little like drink to have, sugar free. It's
lemonade's
I think we'll start freezing
a lot of mix of fruit flavors, not like all together, but blending it with a fruit flavor. Like
right.
Doing a watermelon lemonade, getting some simple.
I did
watermelon,
that before.
Delicious. Sometimes you can do like if you get a good cherry juice, you mix it in. Or if you just go to Simply and get their strawberry lemonade, which is fantastic. I accidentally poured that into my iced tea once, not realizing what I was grabbing. And then it became sort of part of the regular rotation.
A delicious Arnold Palmer at that point.
Yeah, with strawberry
flavor.
It's fantastic.
I did watermelon before and then drank that. And then the other night I went and grabbed tropical punch mix-in with Kool-Aid and then black cherry. I'm going to make a black cherry lemonade. I noticed that
good.
Their selection is very limited on Kool-Aid. Like just the regular package you can get for like 20 cents.
To be honest, I didn't know Kool-Aid outside of the shit that they have in the bundled fruit juice aisle.
Right.
I didn't know Kool-Aid was still a thing individually.
They're very limited. Like they have like orange grape, cherry, black cherry, tropical punch, lemonade, and then like blue raspberry. Yeah, but and then every now and then they'll do like a special.
Yeah,
they buried it. It's like the second row up from the ground at my local Walmart. Like it's not like
because a lot of things now that you see in the stores are the thin rectangle packets, like Crystal Light. But then you see
like the little individuals.
Yeah, the individuals for your water bottle. But I haven't seen Kool-Aid in a while. I've seen they have a Hawaiian Punch one, which look, I like Hawaiian Punch to an extent. Like if somebody had it, I'll take a sip of it. I'm like, oh yeah, Hawaiian Punch. But you drink too much of that, you're tasting the sugar. Like it's so bad.
Right.
But I haven't seen Kool-Aid. They've had that. They do the soda ones too, like Crush. Has Orange Crush, Grape Crush, and I
saw Skittles the other day.
It's either a Skittles strawberry or a Cherry Crush. I forget which one, but you could pour that into your bottles of water. Yeah, I saw the Skittles one. That looks gross.
Yeah.
I think there's a Starburst one too, because there's Starburst Jello you can make for Jello shots now. They have that in the. But yeah, I
just thought it was nice to have like a good like summer drink to have. Like the watermelon lemonade I did was great. I'm gonna start freezing them and make popsicles.
Of those Kool-Aid points. And then they stopped doing the catalog thing. Just like how people had the Marlboro Miles. My dad used to smoke Merit cigarettes in the 90s. And he had thousands of points. So to the point where like we had luggage. We had, you could have got a boat. You could have had luggage all this
had the Merit cigarettes logo on it or the Marlboro stuff. Like, look at my flashlight. Smokes.
Craig Law in the chat. I think they Kool-Aid makes the squeeze bottle flavor enhancer.
They have some, but there was just something about pouring the powder
triangle thing that you pour drops.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like 2 or 3 drops.
They might. I haven't seen them, but overall, outside of that one aisle where you get like Capri Sun and things like that, they have the Kool-Aid Jammers. I think they're called.
Yeah, they're almost like Capri Suns.
And it's all flavors. No, but they're not in the pouches. They're in the plastic. Oh, why am I doing this motion?
No.
It's in the plastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go. Isolate that. It's in these like plastic makeshift bottles, but they're
like
all,
a Squeeze It. Like they used to have the Squeeze Its.
Yeah, they're all blue. Like they're all these pastel colors that it's like there's no good drink that is that color.
They used to come up with like weird flavor titles. Like I remember growing up drinking Charcoalberry Finn. Yeah. That's exactly the one I was thinking of. I'm like, where did Charcoalberry Finn go? Like, what was it? I couldn't remember what the flavor profile was.
You had enough sugar mixed in. Not enough where you're like tasting it like in Hawaiian Punch, but grape Kool-Aid, cherry Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
If you came in from playing wiffle ball outside and you're soaked and you go in and there's just a pitcher of like ice cold Kool-Aid in your fridge.
There's nothing better. Yeah. There's a wing place by me. It's black owned. It's called ATL Wings, so Atlanta Wings, because they, instead of having, you can get your drinks, your Cokes or whatever, right, out of the fountain drink. They also have on tap Kool-Aid. They have red, purple, blue, I believe. So you can get like giant 44-ounce styrofoam cups of Kool-Aid.
Wow.
It's one of the greatest things ever. The problem is that the price is just so high for wings nowadays. Like I don't go as often, but it is fantastic. And they still make Charcoalberry Finn. Holy crap.
I make my own because in the stores. Oh, you know what? I'll give a free plug to a company. Because apparently they're a local Jersey company. And I discovered them a while ago. And I put it up on the consumer account. Because the way they have the eagle on their bag, it looked like that show that Giddles, I can never remember the name. Giddles used to watch the show all the time and make me watch it. And I loved the show. but it was something on Cartoon Network where they were like a specialty team, like a CIA team or something. And the chief who would give them their missions all the time was just a guy in it was a regular body, but it had like an eagle head. And he would always tell the one girl on the squad to shut up if she ever said anything. He would just turn and yell at her to shut up all the time. It was hilarious. Anyway, whatever that is. This is let me see if I can bring up the website. Give them a free plug. Why not? It is not showing. Here it is. Okay, here it is. It's a company called stupid cookies. Patriot Wings. So it's a local Jersey company. It started a couple years ago, but I just found their wings in the store one day, and I said, "All right, let's buy a bag and see how it goes." And they were really good. They're not seasoned or anything, so you grill them and make what make you want.
I like that shirt. It looks like a G.I. Joe logo.
That was the other thing I was going to say, because their logo is the Patriot Wings, and it looks like G.I. Joe.
That's awesome.
Patriot-wings.com if you want to go check them out. If you're in the New York City or New Jersey area, give them a holler and tell them you heard it from It's Eric Nagel. It won't do anything. They're not an advertiser, but
right.
Good to help a small business. Their social media is Patriot Wings USA on social media platforms.
That's good. A couple of people talk about the High C juice boxes. Those are the same people that did the Ecto Coolers.
Yeah. High C used to be everywhere. Like, they were the big Kool-Aid competitor. Yeah. In fact, I think they were before Kool-Aid. They were the big Kool-Aid competitor, but then they started to just lose market share.
Yeah.
Because other than the orange High C that would be at McDonald's, or sometimes,
which I think still is at McDonald's,
or sometimes the red. Yeah, I think the orange is still there. Sometimes it used to be the red, but I haven't seen the red High C in a while. High C used to come in those big metal cans that you needed a can opener to open. It was like
you had to use the triangle portion of the can opener, so you had to pop two sides so you can get the airflow, and then you would pour it out like you do with like pineapple juice.
Yeah, it was almost like
that was such a mess.
It was almost like wartime surplus. You would go.
We're getting into our High C rations.
You would go to those really no frills, low level supermarkets that may be in your area or surrounding areas,
right?
And you would find these giant containers. Now, you know what? They look kind of like depth chargers that they roll off of ships to try to fuck up submarines.
Yeah, I remember them. They were trying to shoot at them in the Godzilla movie before he got to the boats.
Right.
Those were fun.
I'm trying to get the photo here. This says
I found a cider company online that unfortunately is not going to ship these to my house, but they make an Ecto Cooler cider, hard cider. And I'm sitting there going, God, I want to get my hands on that.
That sounds officially endorsed.
Yeah. No, not at all. Yes, those are the ones.
Yeah, these old cans here.
Yep.
46-ounce can.
Oh.
Only contains 10%
10% fruit juice. Oh my God. I love that they put it in such big letters on the front. Like, now people kind of hide it. Like, they still label it like may contain only like 5% fruit juice, and it's on the back. They were like not shying away from it at all.
No, not at all.
That's hilarious.
Do you know how bad at one point I wanted to kind of try to figure out how to puncture the hole and put a giant straw in there and just walk with the can?
That's so funny.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I remember pineapple juice coming in those. I remember V8 used to be in those too.
Keep your diet straight.
Yeah,
V8 is terrible. It's always sludge.
So
even
gross.
if you open the glass jars, it's sludge.
I hate it. I hate V8. I've never liked V8.
Look at all the flavors they used to have. This is like going back to the days of fruit roll-ups in the 80s.
Right.
Where they didn't have, shapes pulling apart, and it wasn't like half one flavor, half the other flavor. It was just, this one's grape, apple, nectarine, all that stuff, and they were fantastic. Same thing.
Can you zoom in at all on this one?
I'm zoomed in as much as I can here.
So notice how most of these are like fruit punch, cherry, orange drink, grape drink.
Yeah.
What sets those things apart? You got strawberry, cherry, fruit punch, apple. But when you are, I think
this one says pineapple
drink.
Apple drink.
I like
Wild
citrus cooler.
Berry.
Yeah, wild berry is a good one.
Wild berry always makes you think of those, like if you had a large property and they'd have just bushes where these berries would be mashed all over the ground and ruin your shoes, and you're told you can't eat them because they're poisonous. I think that's what they scoop up and throw into the miscellaneous can. It's like, look, we need to round this out to an even number. Just grab what you can, process it. Grab what you can, juice it, throw it in a can, and be done with it. Yeah, there's citrus cooler right here.
Yeah, which is pretty much Ecto Cooler.
It's Ecto Cooler, which, by the way, is tangerine juice.
I know.
If you're not
but
familiar.
I still love it.
Yeah. So.
Hilarious.
There we go. We went down this weird food kick here.
We always do it.
We might as well keep going because I have a bunch of other shit here to talk to you about. I found this guy online.
Uh-huh.
And Asian dude. Seems nice enough
guy. Why is he gotta be Asian?
Because he's Asian. And I looked at some of his stuff and it's kind of funny. But he really loves to lean into the skid of stereotypical old Asian character in movie kind of thing.
Love it already.
So what I'm going to do, I pulled a couple of his videos, and it's just him doing the over-the-top Japanese, I don't know, elder voice, angry elder voice, where
forgiveness, please.
He's talking about Oreos.
Oh no!
And just loses his shit for comedic effect, but it's hilarious.
All right,
ready?
Yes, please.
Here we go.
Oreo. Oreo. O and re. Ori.
Stop pressure! Ora!
What the? Now he's just like a video game. This guy.
Do you understand?
That's fantastic.
I just stumbled upon this guy and went, this is amazing.
That's funny.
Yeah, Lucy Moody in the chat. The effort it took to make that. Yes.
Yeah. Considering the price of Oreos, that was at least $50 worth of Oreos he showed.
Yeah. So he had that video. I should have turned that. I had that video halfway down, and that was still that loud.
That was pretty intense.
I'm dropping this down a little bit more. So he did a follow-up to it. And, of course, we have to watch it. Here it is.
Oreo.
Is he just an Oreo humor?
I don't know why. I don't know what the purpose of it is, but I'm glad it exists.
Well, lately, I would assume that it was, a late night, 4 a.m. viewing, so it made you really laugh. But you've been going to bed at 8 o'clock every night, so this is like you're wide awake, Eric Nagel.
Yeah, this was mid-afternoon. And Trash Terry, now I want cookies. See, if that ad came on, I don't know if Nabisco still owns Oreo or not, but if that ad came on and you're just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then it just goes, Oreo. I'd go buy Oreos.
I'm craving Oreos right now. I just had some the other day, and now I want more.
To be fair, everybody, if you see Oreos, you want Oreos.
Of course.
They're almost the perfect cookie. But if you saw an ad like that, I don't know what the people at Oreo are doing. You hire that guy.
Right.
You reshoot all that in a professional setting and just put the Oreo logo at the end.
I don't even think you have to reshoot it in a professional setting. Film it like that.
It needs to be shot in landscape, not in visual. You just have to. But there you go.
That's so funny, though.
That's all you have to do. Girk saying I'm putting my Oreo sales on right now. That's right. Oreos.
Oh, those are the ones you guys got from the overseas?
Yeah.
I still don't have? That pisses me off.
Oreos had a tie-in with Sea of Thieves, where if you got the package of cookies and scanned the code, you got...
Yeah, but
Oreo
you had to do it from the UK or something.
Shut up, Jordan.
How dare you?
Know not which you speak.
You think you do 2 or 3 interviews with the UK and all of a sudden it's British Nagel.
I know. I think I have another hit coming up in June. I've been doing,
nice.
So I've been doing correspondence pieces for a news network in Great Britain.
It's hilarious. It's awesome.
They found me 2 months ago and asked me, and it turned out to be a real thing. So I've done 2 already.
I was going to say you've done 2.
And I think I have another one coming up in June. And they just want the American perspective. Like the last 2 was dealing a lot with the royal family, and I gave my thoughts on all that. For as shitty as those people are, they're very protective because it's their royal family. But I did learn that conservative views in the United States are way different than conservative views in the UK. Some are a bit more staunch and harsh, and a lot of them are very middle of the road compared to what American conservatism is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Learning about, the other places that I've worked and the other shows that I've been on, I'm like, all right, I know how to handle this audience. And you go in and they're like, ooh, I'm like, ooh, I should tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
I thought I was being, I thought I was watering it down.
Right.
And apparently not.
Well, this is what happens. We beat them in WW2 and we'll do it again.
And they saved us in WW3, according to The Simpsons. Since we're doing more food, we might as well. I got to show you this commercial. So apparently there was a pizza chain, a kids pizza chain back in the 80s that was, I guess, a competitor to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yup.
You knew of this?
I did. They had them in California growing up.
Okay, this was not in our area. So I grew up with, and I've been to parties, last week, I've been to parties where Chuck E. Cheese was the big thing in the 80s for a kid's birthday.
Right.
You go there, you get mediocre pizza. They have animatronics doing a band, a music stage show kind of thing. And the only real cool thing about that was, you got pizza. Boy or girl.
Boy or girl.
You're a kid. You don't know good from bad pizza. It's just
no,
pizza.
not at all.
But they were giant arcades. So you got tokens and you could go and play the arcade games and win prizes and all that fun stuff. That's why kids wanted to have their parties there. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently there was another place called Showbiz Pizza. I was not familiar with it. I didn't know much about it, but I saw an ad and I went, oh my God, we need to talk about this now because could this ad fly today?
So basically, Showbiz was around like in the early 80s. I think it was Midwest, but it would kind of come toward the California side of things because that's where I lived back in the early 80s. And there was like 48, maybe 42 different franchises. And I think back in the early 80s, Chuck E. Cheese actually filed for Chapter 11. So they bought out like a ton of their assets. So
wait, Showbiz bought out Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, back. Yeah, so it was Chuck E. Cheese's, I think Pizza Time Theater back in the 80s, like 84. And they filed for Chapter 11 and Showbiz bought a lot of their stuff. I remember, I think their big mascot was Billy Bob. It looked like a big giant, just monstrous looking bear. It was weird.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see him in this commercial. I'm not familiar with it. Before we get into that. Five Nights at Freddy's has been big for about a decade now with their video games. The was it a TV series or a movie that they had on?
It was a movie.
So that got greenlit for a second one. It did so well. They're now making a second Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Right.
I thought it was based off Chuck E. Cheese. I thought Chuck E. Cheese was the only one that did that. I was not aware of Showbiz until today. So it could have been a combination of both of these kind of companies that Five Nights at Freddy's was based on. I'm looking in the chat here. Gabby.
Yeah.
Our lovely friend down in old Mexico way had one of these by her, and she said, in fact, that's where she had her 5-year-old birthday party.
I think their headquarters was Irving, Texas, so it makes sense. It was more in the Southwest anyway. So yeah, it does make sense. Chuck E. Cheese was actually started by Noah Bushnell, the founder of Atari.
Yeah,
because they wanted arcade-style pizza places. So it started like in the 70s.
So they bought into that thing. Instead of having like a toy line, they bought into these restaurant things to push the video game cabinet. That's brilliant.
Yeah, in 1977, they opened up the first Chuck E. Cheese in like San Jose.
Smart for the time. Very smart. Gabby's saying, I still have the video. I was terrified of the animatronics. Gabby,
they were horrifying.
You
like
gotta
they were
get
creepy.
us a copy of the video. Let us see what the party is, please. We'll blur your face out or whatever you want to do, but if you can get me a copy of the tape or somebody to digitize it, we need to see what this looked like.
Right.
That'd be fantastic. Craig Law saying, I knew they were in Utah.
Yeah.
Mason K saying, our Showbiz Pizza in Fargo got rebranded as a Chuck E. Cheese. Showbiz was sad. It was just sad.
Yeah, they bought out a bunch of Chuck E. Cheese's when they filed for Chapter 11, and when Chuck E. Cheese came back and Showbiz went out, they all rebranded as Chuck E. Cheese. It went full circle. It was weird.
Our pal the Gurk said he was there. It was great.
Yeah.
It was weird to go there as a 40-year-old man, but hey, to each their own. Gabby's saying that she has it was on DVD. Her 5-year-old birthday party was on DVD.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. Gabby sent me a picture that she, of her age, and I'm like, there's no way you're in your 30s.
I automatically thought it was a video cassette, like a VHS tape that we'd have to convert. And she's talking about a DVD where you just
I'll get you the reel-to-reel of my childhood video
I don't know any computer that still has a DVD player anymore. Like, that's what they're talking about, old stuff. I'm sitting there talking about RCA wires hooking up an old fucking Emerson VCR that had the remote control on a wire. Like, so you had to have it wouldn't go.
It was all like coiled, so you could stretch a little further, but that was about it.
It had the long cable, so you could sit on your couch, but it was still tethered to the VHS. And then you had the color-coded buttons, so you know what you were doing.
Yeah, I sent a picture to my work. I'll probably send it to you guys. It's an old Christmas photo of me opening up Castle Grayskull for the first time. I think it must have been like 84. And I'm like, I love this photo. It was the last time I was super happy.
I have, I gotta find it. I have some Christmas photos when I was a little kid, and some of the toys that I'm holding, some are worth well into the 5 figures, and others I was like, I've never heard of this thing. There was one photo I remember I'm holding some kind of flip open bowling lane. And I think the company was TOMY is the name of the company, I believe.
Yeah, Tommy. It was like Whammo, Tommy. So
the pins pop up. You hit a switch and they pop up. And then you had a bowling ball that was on, had feet and it would hop. You'd have to wind up the bowling ball and let it go down the alley to knock down the pins. And I thought that, I'm like, wow, I've never heard it. I don't remember this at all. And then I'm like, who would want this? Why did you give this to me as a kid? And then I see unopened Empire Strikes Back toys.
Oh my God.
Unopened. Yeah. And I'm like, man, the money that you could have made from that had we known back in the day here. Oh, you were blonde?
Oh, bright blonde, like almost white hair.
Dude, that was me as a kid.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
crazy though.
Remember our parents complaining about buying those big G.I. Joe or He-Man toys or Voltron stuff? That whole playset is $50.
That's what sparked this. that's what sparked this looking for old pictures is that my company was asking, hey, what's a toy that you always wanted as a kid but you could never get? And mine was the USS Flag. It was that 7.5-foot aircraft carrier for G.I. Joe. There was just no way I even had the room for that, let alone could get
that
it.
And never got it.
There was like 4.
I knew one kid in school that had it.
Right.
And it was his dad did a really great job. Bought a blue kids carpeting. Bought a big piece of blue carpeting, laid it down in the basement, and then built the aircraft carrier. And it sat there, so because you're never going to move the aircraft carrier.
No, it was 7.5 feet
on
long.
this big blue carpet, so that you could pretend that it's in the water, or whatever. But the rest of the basement wasn't finished. So when the furnace would kick on or something else kick on, it was fucking terrifying being down in that person's basement. But
like
the
a
kid
horror
had the aircraft carrier. The most I got, or the closest I got to that, was I got they had a hovercraft.
Yeah.
It was a big hovercraft and had fans in the back and had the thing with the depth charges and stuff. And that was the biggest. That and the Black Jet, I think, were the biggest pieces that I had from G.I. Joe back in the day.
But someone had mentioned I always wanted the Castle Grayskull. I was like, I know I have a picture of me opening that up, and I found it. I was like,
I have my original. I'll show you a photo, but I got to go over to the vault and unlock the vault room.
I love that.
I have my original Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain.
Oh, I never had Snake Mountain with the little microphone where you could, project your voice out.
And it would echo and all that. See, Girk knows the hovercraft rules.
Hovercraft was awesome.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I saw some stuff about people's birthdays here. Mason K, my 5th birthday was recorded in Technicolor, so it was cool. Is Technicolor the one where they tried to recolorize and people's skin was green?
I think so.
Oh, that was like Turner. That was Turner.
That was Turner Classic Movies when they were trying to colorize everything.
Yeah, and then and always the color tones were off, and it looked like the equivalent of when you'd try to watch the Playboy channel scrambled, and you would see like a boob up here in the weird line.
But the boob was purple.
And the coloring was all the color was wrong.
Remember when In Living Color was making fun of Turner Classic Movies colorizing movies, but their version of colorizing was adding more black cast?
No, but
it was
that's
hilarious. Yeah, I'll have to find the video. That was always my favorite.
I'm trying to find it. I see Lucy Moody here saying E-Rock's 5th birthday was in a Nickelodeon. If you're not
the channel, an actual Nickelodeon.
If you're not familiar what a Nickelodeon is, a Nickelodeon was the thing that would take still images and move them enough to make animation.
It was you put a nickel in there.
I thought I have it. I don't have it here. I'll have to look for it. When people talk about Nickelodeon, they only remember like the early to mid 90s on. They don't realize that there was a whole decade of stuff on Nickelodeon before that. Or they rarely ever acknowledge it. You'd have shows like You Can't Do That on Television. A lot of them were Canadian based, I think, because they bought the network, the original network from Canada, and then made it Nickelodeon. But it used to be called the Pinwheel Network before it was Nickelodeon. And what they would show was just like, it was a 5 or 6 hour block of this kid show called Pinwheel. And it was like it was sort of like the same format as Sesame Street. You'd have it's centered around a big house. So you'd either be out in the backyard or inside different rooms of the house or in the basement. For some reason, they had a newspaper printing press thing there. There was an actual local newspaper somewhere attached to that house. And then they had humans interacting with puppets, and then they have like foreign cartoons and what have you.
I remember this show. That's crazy.
The house that Pinwheel is based on was in Nashville, Tennessee. And as a little kid, we went cross country, and my parents took me to the Pinwheel house. I have a photo of me at the Pinwheel house. Now, the Pinwheel house looks nothing like the Pinwheel house that's on television. I mean, it's the same outline and everything. The color scheme is vivid and colorful for the kids show. The real show, the real life house, was like dilapidated wood and like teal green. It looks like, you know how you see photos of the Statue of Liberty that it was brass or copper at one point,
right?
And then it just turned green because it oxidized. That's what this house looked like.
That's funny. They took you there as a punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the puppets like Ebenezer T. Squint. They had like Luigi O'Brien.
Yes.
I'm like, wow, he really.
He was the guy pushing the carts that had the fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, he was the Italian food stand guy.
Right. What else was there? There was the hobo bugs.
Admiral Byrd, Plus and Minus.
Right.
So funny.
Well, speaking of
the
Plus
hobo
and Minus,
bugs.
Plus and Minus had a thing where there was a series of stories where Plus somehow had a spaceship. And it was always about him going into the spaceship because he was going to go to the moon.
Right.
And then in every skit, something happened that got him out of the spaceship while you're still seeing the steam and everything over there. So the spaceship's far off and you just see him walking all the way up. And he's dealing with Minus, or he's dealing with real people, or he forgot something and they're arguing, whatever. And every sketch ended with the ship flying off without him. Now, even by an adult standards, that's pretty fucking funny.
That is funny.
That this kid, and then the kid.
Well, you know what that is? That's Marx Brothers level stuff, because there's a Marx Brothers skit where every time he gets in the sidecar, the motorcycle goes off. Every time he gets in the sidecar, the motorcycle gets off. So he gets on the motorcycle and the sidecar takes off. Like it's just, that's the bit.
Right.
So
Blitz
that's
Mob gets
funny.
it. Pinwheel, spinning around. Look at my pinwheel and see what we found. Remember the guy in the floppy red hat? Was that Ebenezer? No, he had the top hat and he had the crushed velvet suit.
And he had a nasally voice. I remember.
Who had the?
He was like an inventor. I don't know.
There was the lead guy was a black guy. I think I don't know his real name, but his character name was Jake. And he had boxes around the house that apparently you would open them up and they had sounds. Like that was his thing. He could open up a different box and you'd hear a different sound.
Yeah, I remember where he always wore overalls.
These kids shows were so drug influenced. These were all people growing up in the 60s and 70s that were going into education. And I got to say this, thank God they did.
Yeah.
Because now it's like when you sit there, it's like, oh, these people are on drugs. I don't want them around my kids. I don't want them teaching my kids. No, you kind of do.
I learned everything from these.
You kind of want to do because one, they have the patience to deal with kids. Kids are annoying and aggravating at all the time. But two, they came up with this weird shit to keep kids entertained. Look at Jim Henson. Freaking genius.
Yeah.
Well beloved past his living years. His properties live on: Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, The Muppets. You don't think a lot of that shit was fucking, LSD and pot based?
Oh, I'm sure it was.
You need to have adults having psychedelic experiences in order to come up with fine kids programming. I mean, you can come up with kids programming and it's boring, but you need to have fine kids programming. That's what you need to do.
But anyway, the creepiness of these pinwheel things, I would say, is probably equaled by the creepiness of like the animatronics at Showbiz. Like, seriously.
We never showed the ad, did we? We just went off on a Nickelodeon.
I'm bringing it back.
Okay.
I'm circling back to the ad.
We did not watch it. So let's watch it here. So this is I don't know what year this is, but this is an old chain called Showbiz Pizza that was here in the southwestern United States. And
I could tell you based off the logo. I'll tell you.
Okay. Let's watch it here. Oh yeah, the animatronics. That was what I thought was going to be problematic, but
I bet that pizza tastes good.
Freaking gorilla.
You've never seen a place like Showbiz Pizza Place. We'll serve you a pizza second to none. So come for pizza, stay for the fun.
Showbiz Pizza Place with over 60 electronic games. Pizza baked fresh every day.
Look at those
and
onions.
a stage show extravaganza on 3 stages.
Yeah, there's Bob.
Stay for the fun.
Bob. Okay, go
It's on
back.
3
Bob is
stages.
that creepy ass thing.
the bear that they it looks like they cut somebody's face off and just stapled it to the bear.
That's Billy Bob. And yeah, the tables were so weirdly placed. Like you'd be like right next to the curtain and then all of a sudden the music starts, they open up and they're doing a show like right by your face.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying. I loved going there.
I don't know. What's
this
more
is
terrifying,
most like
that or this guy?
That guy.
Look at his face. Like, he's used to putting large objects into his mouth at a ramming speed, but look at this.
Ah, man, he's really attacking that thing.
I think that might need to be the show thumbnail this week.
Please, yes. Like just him, and then he's looking at like the high C containers in the giant
to
cans.
Have this large girthy object entering him.
Right. No, this okay. So I saw the logo, and so based off the logo, you're looking at probably
and the stage show extravaganza on 3
This is
stages.
probably like 83, 84, because that's the old logo. The new logo was like early 90s before they went out of business. So that's the oldie.
Okay. Gabby's saying in Mexico it was called Showbiz Pizza Fiesta. Yeah, of course. They got to work in the local flavor into it. What do we have here? Let's see. All right. Testing everyone's Nickelodeon early 90s knowledge and one of my all-time faves, The World of David the Gnome. Yes, David the Gnome was voiced by the father from Happy Days. I'm trying to think of his name. Tom Bosley. Right? Tom Bosley was his name. And he was also Father Dowling Mysteries. So that was Showbiz Pizza. That was terrifying. The beginning was problematic. Was the monkeys like, hello there, welcome to... It's like doing the whole thing. I'm like, whoa, all right. I know it flew back then, but nowadays, not so much. But maybe we need to bring something like that back. Some kind of animatronic thing. Because I know there's still some Chuck E. Cheese's around, but I don't think they have the full... animatronic stuff anymore.
Not as much, no. Hold on, I'm looking for something. We'll have something. Hold on. I'm looking right now.
Is it the thing Gabby just sent?
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
It's not going to do anything. I got to bring it up, right?
No, I'm going to send you the link.
I can just do it right here.
Look, I'm producing here. Come on now. Fiesta show tape. Tema de Billy Bob. Oh, here we go. I found
here it is, 1998. I got it. We're all good.
Okay.
All right, so we'll bring this in here unless Showbiz is going to strike us down like the hand of God.
We'll see the Showbiz cartel on this one.
Yeah. Skipping past the logos, getting all to the good stuff. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works.
Pizza Fiesta. Look at that.
Chuck E. Cheese?
I mean, it could have been.
They brought both in?
Well, like I said, they bought out Chuck E. Cheese when they filed for Chapter 11. So for a moment, they probably had the Chuck E. Cheese assets. Charles S. Cheese. Actually, no, E. It's Charles Entertainment Cheese. No, I think that was the knockoff version. Oh, that is a very knockoff version.
Yeah. Wow.
Gabby, we're going to need audio of you in real time translating that entire song, sung the exact same way into English,
yes,
please. Thank you.
And shoot it horizontally, not vertically. That would be fantastic. Let's see. A rat is a weird mascot for any food company. Yeah, I agree. It's weird to see it when you're walking through the city and then they set up the Union Scab thing on the streets where they have the giant rat in front of a building because they're violating union laws or something. And you just go, that's terrifying. But I get the point as to why they're doing it. When they're also dancing around and selling you pizza and playing pinball and air hockey, yeah, we could have gone back to the ad company and said, yeah, what else do you have? What was the second thing on that sheet that maybe we could have done?
Did you ever figure out what that giant hot dog in Times Square was?
No, I forgot to go down there and look at it. I meant to, and I forgot.
Damn.
I forgot. Were you segging into this other thing that I had?
No, but that's funny. We can. I thought about that the other day, so I'm like,
all right.
But yes, I was. Professionally, I was.
I want to see if there was anything else that we needed to talk. Oh, yeah, we were going to mention this, but real quick. Department of Justice is suing Live Nation, and rightfully so. They're trying to do what they did in the 80s where they broke up AT&T for being a monopoly. And apparently they have evidence of racketeering tactics where they were shaking down concert venues and forcing them to sign deals to make Ticketmaster pretty much the only go-to for buying their concert tickets. And if you're not aware, Live Nation, worldwide concert promoter, owns Ticketmaster. So it's in their best interest to have everything in-house so that they can up the fees and charge all this stuff. We've seen Pearl Jam fighting it since the 90s. Other bands have been fighting it. Most recently, Taylor Swift, a couple years ago, was speaking out about them, about their shows, about how the tickets were getting too expensive for people to come and see the show. But I guess she doesn't care anymore.
Trying to sell it.
Everything she's selling is like 30 to 90,000 people sold out every night.
When she tried to sell tickets, it jammed up the system and no one can get any. And that was the big ordeal, is that it wasn't even so much the prices or even jacking anything up. It was the pre-sale stuff that really screwed everything up. So,
yeah, all kinds of...
Hey, before we move on from with food, it looks like there's another super chat in there.
We're not going to move on from the food. We had another
Never
one
move
in there?
on.
Yeah. Right, let's see, where is it? Oh, iRock again, $5. Yeah. Has anyone else heard the sad news that all Fuddrucker locations are closing this year? RIP.
Here's the thing. I thought they were already closed.
I did too. I've never been to a Fuddruckers, but I used to see the ads all the time growing up on Long Island.
Yeah. No, they were fine. I don't remember them being particularly like, I got to go to Fuddruckers. I think the big thing was the toppings bar. So you can like get a hamburger and then just load it up with whatever. But
Not so much knowing that they were here. I think we did this. I'll have to see if I have it posted or not. When I did the other show with Brian Johnson, Would You Kindly?
Yeah.
We did a 2-part episode where we went through all these restaurant chains that you knew growing up that all failed or went away. And we were going through the commercials, what made them, spectacular at the time, and then what was their decline. So.
There was a brand in California I remember going to. There's actually 2, and they're oddly enough pizza places. One was Shakey's Pizza, which I still think still exists in limited quantities in California. And then there's another place I used to eat called Round Table Pizza, and it was like King Arthur themed pizza. I loved going. Cool. It was cool because like they had a pizza box that had like, it was almost like domed a little bit with a hole in the middle. And I remember we would go pick up pizza.
Was it Glory Hole Pizza?
It was Glory Hole Pizza. And I would sit in the passenger seat after my mom. We would go get the pizza. She would hand me the box and I would hold it. And I could press on the top of the box and the pizza smell would go right up into the air. It was like always my favorite car ride because I knew we were getting Round Table Pizza.
Was that like the pizza equivalent of the onion volcano at a Benihana's?
Right. Yeah. I poured a little ding and it was like...
Just see all the pizza steam, all the goodness fly up into the air.
Oh, okay. Look, Girk saying that Round Table Pizza is still here. I haven't had it in years, so I think maybe I'll try to have some when I go out in August.
That'd be fun.
Love me some Round Table.
I found a Fuddruckers commercial from the 80s. This one's 1984.
They were around that long?
Yeah. I remember. I mean, I used to see the ads on TV. In fact, I think some of the ads, at least for the New York area, was something like a British guy.
Interesting.
It was a British guy talking about Fuddruckers and that about how he only likes that stereotypical. It
was like an upscale type.
Upper quality British person who would turn his nose up on anything unless it was caviar and capers and stuff like that. But he went to a Fuddruckers and enjoyed himself thoroughly. I haven't seen those ads in forever. I'll have to look for them. But this is a different Fuddruckers ad. We can take a look at this one here.
You won't believe how big it is. We are talking food. Get fresh at Fuddruckers.
Oh, she's talking about how big the meat is.
Get fresh at Fuddruckers.
Everything's fresh at Fuddruckers. That's why it's the best burger you ever tried to put in your mouth.
Want to do Fuddruckers tonight?
What kind of a girl do you think I am?
Oh my God, they were leaning into the sexual innuendo on this one.
Yeah, and you talked over 2 of the beginnings of the things here. Oh yeah, Chrissy's doing a show apparently. Go check her out. I guess she's live.
You won't believe how big it is. We are talking food. Get fresh at Fuddruckers.
Look at those buns. Oh.
Get fresh at...
That guy just came.
Yeah.
That's sad that's what we thought of.
Look at those buns. And he's grabbing the closest guy next to him, like, I guess to press against.
Just, yeah. Had to put it somewhere. It's gross. Fuddruckers. No wonder you're going out of business, you sick bastards.
We goof on this stuff and we go, wow, this shit was batshit crazy back in the day.
I loved it.
I think this stuff needs to come back.
I remember we were watching, I think every now and then we would be up late. It would be like you, me, Giddles, and a couple other people. And we would just watch old Burger King training videos or Pizza Hut training videos from like the 80s. And they were in like brown hats and they're all talking about, well, before you serve them the iced tea, you got to do. I love those kinds of things. They do need to bring back some nostalgic ways to advertise. I think,
and not just bring back
the
old commercials. Bring back the concept in a new way.
That would be fun.
Like, it's like, hey, you want to do the sexual innuendo for Fuddruckers? Okay, well, look at all the shit Carl's Jr. used to do before they had to stop, where they just had
with Paris Hilton,
sexy celebrities and models posing seductively with a hamburger. Had nothing to do with the two, but it worked, right? So do that, like Five Guys. Have people going into Five Guys like make fucking nut jokes all the time because they used
Five Guys. The new Five Guys ad would be like the white chick ordering a burger, and then you've got like the four black guys behind her, like that meme. I'm like, oh no, don't do that, guys.
Blitz Mob, hands down, Fuddruckers had the best fixins bar. I'm sure
it looked. They did. You put anything on that burger
than the Roy Rogers one.
See, that was never on my side of town, so it was hard. I don't have a
Wendy's
comparison.
used to have the different stations. They had their
a salad bar.
They had the salad bar. They had the potato bar.
They had a potato bar.
All the good stuff is lost to time.
I know, because like I keep seeing like old people would always go like McDonald's used to look like this, and then they would show like how just old the building looked. Taco Bell had a specific look in the 90s that was still awesome. Everything looks too industrial now. Like everything's just like this square building with all the electronics and TV screens, and it's like I like technology. I love that kind of stuff, but there's something about the warmth of like an old sit down Pizza Hut with the salad bar, and you would actually get like a pan pizza in front of you. I mean, I hate their pizza now, but like just the idea, like you had the chandeliers that were all the stained glass chandeliers. They get the big red cups. It was just a fun time to like enjoy things.
Yeah, and they take all that shit away now.
It's all sterile.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're not, anyway, Department of Justice is going to break up Live Nation.
Yeah, whatever.
Rightfully so, and they should. We're not going to get to any of the other serious topics because for some reason food conversation took over this show, and I'm just going to go with the flow on this. So before we go to break and come back for segment 2, we're going to go through this. So there is a website that is called Food Republic. And they put out the ultimate hot dog style guide. And it's 40 different hot dog styles.
Jesus.
And now I'm looking at it and I go, some of these I'd be interested in trying. Some of these are just fucking ridiculous. I don't know why these are a thing. But I figured, why not? We'll give them a try, take a look, and we'll go through everything here and see what you think. All right, so we're going to go this way. And do it this way. All right, so New York style hot dog in a bun, mustard, sauerkraut, onion sauce. Now that is most commonly the New York style, but sometimes you just do the hot mustard, sauerkraut, sometimes ketchup too.
What is onion sauce?
It is sautéed onions. If you look up Sabret's onions, it's white onions that is put into this kind of sauce, and it's soaked and stewed.
Okay.
And then you just kind of scoop it out like some kind of
like I like a
slop.
good, onion like sweated down. It's all sweet now. I like that stuff. I just didn't know if it was something that's not an East Coast, West Coast type thing.
They're not really sweet. It's more of a savory kind of thing. All right. Seattle hot dog. I can't trust anything in the Pacific Northwest because they're all just fucking soy futures and
damn fishmongers.
Vegan nonsense. Yeah. There's this bratwurst cream. I don't even know why bratwurst. That's more of a Midwest thing. Or
that
German.
Is kind of weird that it would be bratwurst.
Bratwurst, cream cheese. You already lost me. Sliced raw jalapenos, chopped cabbage, and sriracha.
Now
that is just being condescending. That is just cunts being cunts because
I don't think the sriracha is necessary. Like, I'm almost with trying this. Like, the bratwurst is right. That's weird. It should be a different meat.
Yeah.
I'm up to everything. Sounds fine. The sriracha just seems like they're adding it to be cool. Like, I don't need the sriracha. You've already given me jalapenos and cream cheese.
Right.
I'm good with that.
The other style was driving me nuts. I'm going right back to here. This is the Sonora bacon-wrapped hot dog, split soft roll, relish, tomatoes, onions, avocado chunks, and mayonnaise. That doesn't sound too bad. It's
fantastic. They are big here in Arizona. I eat them whenever I can. They're down in Tucson mainly, but yes, they are pretty damn good.
All right. In Tijuana, bacon wrapped hot dog, you got me there. Grilled sliced peppers, okay. Onions, jalapenos, squishy white bun. Not bad. I am not a big jalapeno fan. I know everybody loves jalapenos.
I know you. I always send you when I make my jalapenos and stuff. You're like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I do. Look, if it's already mixed in with something, I'm not going to pick it out like mushrooms. Right. But I would, if I had the option between that and having jalapenos on something or not, no, I don't want it.
Now, the Tijuana dogs are usually pretty popular around here when we do concert venues. So, like, you'll go see a concert, and when you're heading out the concert venue, getting out, right, you've got the guys with the little carts, and they've been grilling it up, and it smells so good. Oh, they are fantastic.
I'm about to ban Gabby.
Tajin is missing.
Tajin is missing. She constantly is sending me photos of different things to do with Tajin, and I know Gabby, what she's doing. She's having a laugh. Is she having a laugh?
Gabby, there's a mango ice cream I'm on the hunt for locally here that has tahini in it. It looks fantastic. I'll send pictures.
I want to dip my balls in it.
That's what he's thinking.
Correct.
All right. Dodger dog. I'm guessing these are the ones that they sell at Dodger Stadium.
Correct.
Foot-long hot dog and a foot-long bun. Sounds good. Ketchup, mustard, chopped onions, and relish. That does not sound
basic,
bad.
Easy to do. Why not?
I'd rather not have the chopped onions, but, is what it is.
You don't like onions either?
White onions I can take in certain things. I don't want it on a hamburger. I don't want it, I don't know. If it's mixed into something, again, it's fine. Just on its own, I don't want it. A Doyer dog. I don't know what that is.
Never heard of this one.
Foot-long dog and a foot-long bun. Mustard, nacho cheese, pickled jalapenos, and salsa. I will pass on this one. This just sounds like you're having nachos on a hot dog.
And
it's more for you. I'll pass. I'll push it over to the table.
I'm going to make them this weekend now.
Right.
That sounds fantastic.
Hold on. Girk's saying Dodger dog is like a Costco dog. They don't have foot-long hot dogs at Costco.
Yeah. You're not getting... I mean, you're getting the same toppings at a Costco.
Toppings suck shit at Costco. I love
but it's the same mix. Like, you're getting ketchup, mustard, onions, and relish.
Price point because you get that in the soda. Fantastic.
It's wonderful.
But it's basic. It's Heinz ketchup, yellow mustard, which nobody wants. And then they're all packets. Like, you can't pump anything anymore.
Oh, yeah. They used to have the grinder thing where it's like you sit there and then you turn the little thing and then the onions just fall out of the thing.
When you get the hot dog at Costco, I mean, not at Costco, at Sam's Club, they have the sauerkraut packets you can put on the thing.
That sounds so good.
They don't have that at Costco. It's just basic bitch crap for the hot dog. It's almost it just plain.
I think you're going to hate this next one.
I've had the next one.
Mainly for the region, not so much the food.
No. Korea?
I'm kidding.
I like Korea. If that guy comes back, even though I know he's Japanese, starts yelling about Korean hot dogs, I'd be going out and buying the pack.
Oh, 100%.
So the Korean hot dog, I've had them. They have H Marts around here, super H Marts.
Okay.
And a place called Mitsuwa, which is a big Asian food center. I've gone there and I've had it's like their corn dogs, but it's like... whatever they do with hash browns or something, it's like that's around the hot dog on a stick, and it's fantastic.
So the one they're showing is like cubed potato,
right?
And those are good. They also have versions where it's just a corn dog, and then the cornmeal that they use is very sweet, and they coat it in a sugar, so it's a sweet.
So the candy
corn dog,
yeah,
it's a little bit, but it's not like hard candy. It's weird to describe. I have a place that does them right by me, and so you can get like the all beef, you can get the half beef, half cheese, so they'll stick cheese in half of it after they do corn dogs, so you're just eating like a cheese stick.
Right.
You can do the all cheese, you can do the fire dogs. It was very surprising how much I liked the Korean style hot dog.
It's not bad. The description here says corn dog coated with crinkle cut fries and fried on a stick with ketchup.
Oh yeah, I love mustard, them.
But at least you find a good use for crinkle cut fries, because not every place that has crinkle cut fries is good. No. Nathan's have it and it's good, and maybe one or two other places, but most of the times you get them and they're just flavorless, or they don't salt them enough. The Columbia hot dog in a bun, ketchup, mustard, mayo, pineapple. That's different. Crushed potato chips, boiled quail eggs speared on top. Now this is just a
you lost me on that one. Yeah.
The pineapple doesn't need to be there, nor does the quail eggs speared. Speared, right? It says speared on top. Yeah, it's a hard boiled egg speared through the hot dog.
Yeah. There's a version of this kind of stuff in Hawaii that I really like, and I don't know if it's on the list. So I'm not going to talk about it too much until we get to it, but right. I think pineapple would work. I just don't know about the quail egg.
I'm not. The egg I'm appalled by. But the pineapple I would try. It doesn't need to be there, but I don't think it's horrible. Now look, if you just had the hot dog in a bun, ketchup, mustard, mayo, crushed potato chips, that's just me getting a big bite at 7-Eleven. You know, and then also throwing maybe the nacho cheese and some sauerkraut on top, and then stealing all the pickles on the other side of the big bite container that doesn't have the cellophane, so they don't know that I just stole a bunch of their pickles while buying the big bite. Little trick there for everybody. Now, this one's weird that they're cutting off like the hot dogs in half.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
And then cutting them to form octopuses. This is the Japanese hot dog. Hot dog sliced to look like an octopus, fried and served as part of a bento box.
Now, I went to a Japanese store probably about 2 weeks ago, and I was hanging out with my mom, and I got the kids, and we were doing stuff. And my mom made an observation that actually kind of rings true to how they're serving hot dogs. She goes, they just put mundane things and then add smiley faces to make you think it's cute.
Yeah, that's all.
Because everything that they sell has some kind of fun mascot. You got your Mr. Sparkle.
Right.
You just have to make it fun and cute to sell mundane things like sliced hot dogs. This is something you serve children to get them to eat their mac and cheese and hot dogs.
I understand that, but that is weird. Gabby's saying that in Mexico they have the octopus things here too.
Salchipulpos?
Pulpos.
Pulpos is octopus in Spanish.
Ah. Octopus is disgusting. I have Greek family members that love all that kind of weird seafood, and I just sit there and I give them a dirty look. I'm like, I can't eat this stuff. Get this out of my face. All right. Moving on. What else we have? Germany.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Frankfurter, sauerkraut, potato salad, mustard, no bun. This is perfectly fine.
I've never had sauerkraut. Oh, no, not sauerkraut. The potato salad and no bun? I've never had that as a German hot dog.
It's essentially like when you get wursts or like kielbasis, whatever you want to call it. You're just getting the sausage and you cut it up with the sauerkraut, and then you just pour a bunch of spicy mustard or brown dark stone ground mustard, any of those kind of mustards on it, mixing it all together and eating it that way. It's fantastic. As much as I love German food, German potato salad can eat a dick, because it's just like oil and potatoes and everything. It needs.
I do like a mustard potato salad or an.
I could do a mustard potato
hard-boiled
salad.
egg potato salad. Have you ever had that?
You're gonna laugh when I tell you I didn't know that they made like an egg salad potato salad hybrid thing. I didn't know it existed, and I had it for the first time last summer.
It's fantastic. I think me and Giddles were talking about it, and that's what made you go find it.
I had it, and I went, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And
it's fantastic.
It's like making deviled eggs and then beating it to a pulp into a potato salad.
Yeah, it's the best way to eat it.
It's good.
They serve it in the deli at like Safeway. I'm like, I'll get that one.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Anyway, this isn't bad. I can just push the German.
Yeah, I could eat that
off to the side, but I'm
not gonna lie. None of these except for the quail egg. Yeah. I would eat. Like I would eat all of these.
The Carolina hot dog, which is a hot dog in a bun with chili, chopped onions, and coleslaw. That sounds coleslaw.
That sounds fine. Yeah, coleslaw is weird, but it doesn't hurt.
No, that's like how they put coleslaw on barbecue food.
Yeah.
Like sandwiches and stuff. So I guess that's fine.
This is just the same thing without the chili.
All dressed, New England style bun. I do like New England style buns better than regular hot dog buns.
What's the difference?
It's, you know how the hot dog bun's cut off to the side and it makes like a V shape?
Yeah.
Turn the hot dog bun onto the side and it's cut down the top.
Oh, okay, so it's just like a little bed you stick there. It's just like
more
the
secure, it doesn't fall apart. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I like
Montreal hot dog. All dressed New England style bun, steamed hot dog. That's okay. It sounds gross, but that's just like getting the dirty water dogs, off a street vendor. Mustard, chopped onion, and cabbage.
I'm good with that.
Don't need the cabbage. Don't need the chopped onion, but it's not terrible. I wouldn't say no to it. The Michigan hot dog in a bun, tomato-based meat chili sauce and mustard.
That almost looks like the Skyline chili. Just like it's almost like pasty meat chili.
I'd have to try it. I wouldn't say no to if somebody offered it to me. I'd try it, but I don't know if I'd eat. If it's the Skyline chili, I'd be throwing that against the wall and then yelling, "Clean it up."
I had that in Cincinnati once. I didn't like it. I'm like, no.
The Italian hot dog, which is so big around these areas, but they never serve it in a bun unless you ask it for it. That way, it's all mixed up together. So it's just deep fried hot dog and an Italian roll, bell peppers, onions. This is where it gets weird. French fries, ketchup, and mustard is not part of the Italian hot dog. But I guess that's what they put on there. I've never heard
weird.
French
I've never had an
it.
Italian with French fries.
Yeah, never heard the French fries in it. Ketchup and mustard they might put on after the fact, but that's not what I see around here.
Yeah, it's usually like Italian beef with all the peppers and onions.
Hold on. Apparently, there's a problem in the chat. He puts ketchup on his hot dog, and then that was from Craig Law. Girk is saying ketchup does not belong on a hot dog as per Dirty Harry. Right. Except you can. Like I do spicy mustard, ketchup, sauerkraut. That's my normal go-to for a hot dog. You're allowed to do that. The Coney Island hot dog. Short hot dog in a short bun with chili, chopped onions, and a pile of finely shredded cheddar. That looks like a baked potato. Again, I've never seen this.
This may just be my favorite list of foods because honestly, not one of them I'm upset about.
Right. Okay.
I had a Chicago dog the other day. Everything on it. I didn't take one thing off.
Hold on, Jordan. In the chat, Ashley saying that homemade egg salad potato salad is the best. That does sound pretty damn good.
A nice holiday weekend. I think that's maybe where I'm going to be getting.
Gabby, you got to wait for the next one, but she's asking, why are there no pickles anywhere with these hot dogs? Anyway, the Coney Island is fine. I've never seen the short hot dog like that. The Chicago hot dog. I had one a couple years ago when I was in Chicago for a conference. And why is this not going up and down? What happened here?
I had one last week.
This thing is not.
You ruined it. We're stuck.
Hold on. I'm going to remove this for a second. I think I screwed it up. It seemed it might be frozen. I think it froze.
This is the first technical issue we've had today. This is weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We'll try it again.
It's all right.
Apologies.
I'm telling you, it's Showbiz Pizza, man. They heard us talking. They messed with us.
So they were pissed that we were talking about them. Now they're pissed that we're not talking about them. It's like, what's this hot dog shit?
We don't serve hot dogs. We serve great pizza at a great price. In 1983.
Both the price and the food quality is from 1983. You're right.
Right.
Okay.
We had leftover dough.
That's weird. This is not showing up.
So I don't know if it's on the list, but I'm going to talk about it. So there's this place in Hawaii that I went when I was, I think, on the Big Island. No, I was actually on the island of Kauai. And it's a place called Puka Dogs. So their gimmick is that they take these rolls. They don't have them cut. They don't cut them anywhere. They have these large metal spikes that are heated up with steam. And they smash the bun onto the actual pike. And they steam and kind of fry the bun from the inside out. So they have this like hollow cavern. And then they stick the hot dog in. And then you get to put whatever toppings you want. So they got mustards, they've got all the little things, and they just stick it in the hole with the hot dog, and you eat it like it's like just like this little pocket with a hot dog in it. It's one of the best hot dogs I've ever had in my life.
That sounds pretty good.
And that's why I think the pineapple on the Colombian works, because they have stuff like lilikoi mustard, and lilikoi is like a fruit in Hawaii. So it's very sweet.
Okay.
So it's got that mustard flavor with a little bit of sweet. They got passion fruit. They've got pineapple and stuff like that. And it was just such a interesting way to do. I've never seen a hot dog made like that. So yeah, they would just spike it on there and then they just fry it from the inside out. And so you're just kind of just holding the hot dog. And then afterward, you F that bun.
Yeah, Craig Law says somebody is going to have sex with that bun.
Correct.
All right, I got it back here. All right. Continuing on, Chicago dog.
Oh, I'm already upset with Brazil.
Poppy seed bun, pickle spear, celery salt, tomatoes, whole pickled peppers, chopped onions, neon green relish, and mustard.
Now, I know you and I have talked about this before. You take off the peppers.
Yeah.
I leave everything on.
I don't want the pickled peppers.
As on
Even
there.
The relish is just too much because that's already pickle, but
yeah,
not completely terrible.
I love it. Like a good Chicago dog is great. And if I'm going to Chicago, I think that's the one thing I really want to try is like an authentic Chicago dog.
All right.
Like fuck their pizza, but I want a Chicago dog.
Bagel dog, which is almost what you were talking about with the Hawaiian thing.
Yeah.
Hot dog wrapped in everything bagel dough. That
sounds kind of interesting.
Baked and served with mustard. I've had the bagel. Hebrew National makes frozen bagel dogs.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That you can just put in the oven or air fryer, and then you've got deliciousness right there in your own home. Kansas City dog, hot dog in a sesame seed bun, sauerkraut, melted Swiss cheese. That sounds fantastic.
That sounds like a what is it? A Reuben? Just a Reuben hot dog?
You just got to put either Russian dressing or spicy mustard on it.
I would love a little Russian dressing on that. Everything about that sounds fantastic.
The potato dog, hot dog in a bun, fried potatoes, peppers, onions, and mustard. If it would
not
be
a problem
better
with it.
if you had it in a potato bun, like a Martin's hot dog roll or something. The Brazil looks like the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought those were pretzels on top with like M&Ms underneath and popcorn. I was
exactly
real pissed.
The Brazilian hot dog in a split roll, pico de gallo, corn, grated Parmesan, shredded carrots, diced ham, cilantro, and shoestring fries. That is
what was that ingredient after the split roll?
Pico de gallo.
Okay, cool. I love the way you mispronounce that every time.
Why?
No, it's just fun. I love hearing it because it's pico de gallo. But, you're East Coast Jersey. No. You're like, no, I grew up this way and that's how I will live.
Guy. Oh, that's right. L-A-L-Y M-A. Wait. M-A-N-Y.
N-Y.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember my Spanish alphabet. A, B, C, J, D, K, F, A, H, E, J, M-A. L-A-L-Y. Yeah. M-A-N-A-N-Y-O-P-Q. L-A-L-A-S-A-T-U. Yeah, okay. So, L-Y.
Yep.
All right, I'll make that mental. No, it's Pico de Gallo.
Yep.
Oh, even the song, Pico de Gallo. They sure don't make it like this in Ohio.
Yep.
Moving on. Chili hot dog. Chili from the country, spelt with an E. Hot dog in a bun with chopped tomatoes, sauerkraut, mashed avocado, and mayonnaise. The avocado is iffy. I don't hate it.
I don't think I've ever had avocado on a hot dog, but I'm not against it.
Avocado on a hot dog? Right. Lucy Moody saying a Brazilian hot dog will bring you to a party and then have you jumped. Yes.
The Brazilian hot dog, murders their football team if they don't win.
Yeah. So the Guatemala, going back to Mexico way. Bacon wrapped hot dog and an avocado coated corn tortilla. You lost me. Shredded lettuce.
You could say tortilla, but gallo threw you off?
Tortilla.
It should have been tortilla if you were mispronouncing every Spanish word.
Jordan hates that there's no rhyme or reason to this.
There's no rhyme or reason to your Spanish or your English at this point.
I am so far. Mi español es así.
Yeah. Very así.
Shredded lettuce, cabbage, mayonnaise, chopped onions. That just sounds ridiculous. I would try it, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would continue to want it to have it that way, but I would give that a try. The Philippines hot dog. Now, if I know anything from Jollibee, the Philippines know how to fuck up food all the time.
Yeah. Do you like this spicy food? We're going to make it sweet now.
Yeah. They make spaghetti with ketchup and hot dogs in there, and then somehow make the ketchup too sweet. It's almost candied.
All the Filipinos that I've known growing up, they say the same thing. Sugar is the number one ingredient in every food that they cook.
They're terrible.
That is the first ingredient, sugar.
I'm only saying that for their cooking qualities. The Philippines hot dog, bright red notched dog served with banana ketchup. Yeah, that's the shit. The banana ketchup.
That sounds weird.
Rice, fried egg, no bun. No, that
just seems like leftovers.
No, it's like
together.
you didn't have a plate, so you just put everything on the table that you cooked. Moving on. This looks amazing. The Denmark hot dog. Long hot dog. I love when the hot dog peeks outside from the end of the bun.
Yeah.
Long hot dog in a bun. Pickle chips. Remoulade. Ketchup. Mustard. Fried onions. Chopped onions. That sounds delicious. Do you not like?
No, I'm just looking. Like, that just sounds wonderful. Like, the thinly sliced pickles sounds fantastic. Yeah. I was just thinking, like, you do that, and then you do the egg salad, hot, like, potato salad on top of that dog with the thinly sliced pickles. That would be fit. That would be really good.
Lucy Moody is asking, has never been down Norlands way.
Nolans.
What is remoulade? It is I don't know how you describe it. It's almost like a ranch.
It's a cold sauce.
Yeah, you get it a lot when they do like fried pickles.
Think of like a tartar sauce. It's kind of like yellowish sometimes, but mainly it has like chopped pickles in it. Sometimes curry if you're doing it kind of like the traditional way. But yeah, it's you take like the little gherkin or the cornichons and then you like chop them up real tight.
Right.
So.
All right. Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks really good.
That looks like a Sabrett's kind of hot dog, which are also good.
Which I love, by the way. I'm gonna need more Sabrett's.
That is a different clip. That is
a very different clip.
That was Garrett and Steve.
I see that.
Okay.
I like his giraffe.
Here we go. The Swedish.
It's a Swedish herdberg.
I was doing Tom Green. Sweden. Hot dog surrounded by mashed potatoes, shrimps. Oh, ew. Shrimp salad, lettuce, and fried onions rolled into a wrap. That sounds
Sweden
terrible.
officially ruined the list. That sounds like the worst hot dog.
You ever look at this is very basic bitch, ignorant American talking here. But if you look at the menu at the end of the IKEA run, like when you're checking out and you see it's like, the $1 ice cream cones sound fantastic. The Swedish meatballs with the cranberry sauce and the noodles, or their noodles.
Oh, it's lingonberry. I love it.
It's fantastic. This is an abomination.
Yeah, this shouldn't exist. None of that should be put together.
Yeah. That is that looks like, when a kid tries to hide food in a napkin and said that they ate their meal.
Right.
That's what this seems to be.
This is your fridge lost power. You're trying to eat everything in the fridge at once.
Moving on.
None of those make sense.
This hot dog shouldn't exist anymore because I don't think the Czech Republic exists anymore. No, Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore. The Czech Republic does. Hot dog in a roll with a hole punched through it lengthwise, coated in ketchup and mustard. So it's almost like a Hot Pocket.
This is what I'm describing. Basically, with the one in Hawaii does the same thing. They just punch a hole down the bun. Hawaii.
Go ahead.
Hawaii. If I wanted to be technical.
That looks good. Like a Hot Pocket hot dog seems to be.
Yeah, it gives everything you want. None of the stuff's going to leak out, and you got your wiener pumping out at the end there.
The Baltimore hot dog, fried bologna, wrapped around essentially what is a bologna stick, being a hot dog, with mustard in a squishy bun.
They're just
no wonder they die so fast.
The poor man's hot dog.
The Idaho hot dog. I think this was made up just to give it an even number.
We needed to give all the states some kind of
hot dog in a baked potato topped with bacon bits, chives, and sour cream. I've
just
never
give her the
seen
hot
this.
dog. I want to eat the baked potato.
I've never seen this. I've never heard of this. I think this was made up.
This doesn't. I've never once heard anyone talk about this.
No. The Denver hot dog in a bun, chopped red onion, I'd rather have the red onion than the white onion in that aspect.
I don't think
I mean, it's good in a salad. Maybe
both are very strong onions to have. So, I mean,
red onion, green chili sauce, sour cream, chopped jalapeno. This is just like the Seattle hot dog.
It's like a Denver omelet on top of a
sour cream,
hot dog.
Cream cheese doesn't belong on a hot dog.
Okay, so they are talking about a Hawaii dog.
There's a Hawaii dog.
So
Hawaiian
good.
sweet bread roll with a hole punched through it, hot dog, ketchup, mustard, fruit sauces.
Yeah, so you're getting like passion fruit, lilikoi, or possibly like a papaya sauce and a pineapple.
No, screw that.
Super good.
The Memphis hot dog, bacon wrapped hot dog in a bun, barbecue sauce, chopped scallions, shredded cheddar. That doesn't sound too bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever had barbecue sauce on a hot dog before, but that doesn't sound bad.
Sometimes when they have little hot dog hors d'oeuvres at places, they're little barbecue hot dogs.
Yeah, but that's different. Like I'm talking like hot dog in a bun. I've never put that on there. I've had like, your crock pot full of like the little smokies, and you've got the barbecue sauce and the grape jelly and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I've had that. This I've never had.
All right. The Norway hot dog. That just looks lazy. Long hot dog wrapped in a large tortilla.
Yep. You got it.
Or flatbread, ketchup, and mustard.
Nailed it first time. Good job.
The Peruvian hot dog from Peru. In case you didn't know that. Sliced hot dog, fried, served with French fries, ketchup, mustard, mayo, no bun. That, I'm not going to lie, sounds good.
I would eat it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
That is just kind of loaded French fries.
That was a deconstructed one. Yeah, exactly.
You know how you go into certain places and they give you like the bacon cheese fries?
Uh-huh.
If they had that would be...
Yeah, so instead of the bacon, you got yourself like a little chopped up half smoke, just throwing that on there. Oh.
That'd be the meal.
That would be good.
Look, I'm going to do a lot of cooking this weekend, mostly for myself.
I'm getting a lot of ideas. I'm not going to lie.
Try this. I might want to try the Peru.
Yeah, I think I still have some of the sabrettes. I'm going to make myself some hot dogs and potato salad this weekend.
The Georgia hot dog. Now, I don't know if it's the country or if it's the state, but either way, it's a poor representation. Open hot dog bun, sliced hot dog, cheese, chili, chopped onion, sliced pickles, oyster crackers, ketchup, and mustard. Again, that just
I don't see the point of the oyster crackers.
Yeah. The France hot dog. Long hot dog in a baguette covered in shredded Gruyere, then
of course it's in a baguette. You fucking stereotypes.
I would, if I was in France and they were selling this I would get this.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just like, of course.
I mean, it looks like a fancier version of like an Auntie Anne's or whatever it is in the mall. But I would try that. I mean, Gruyere cheese is good.
I do like Gruyere.
The China hot dog. Hot dog wrapped in a dumpling like dough, sprinkled with sesame seeds and baked. I mean, okay. That's a pigs in a blanket, essentially.
Yeah, well, it's the bagel dog.
The Argentina hot dog. Chorizo link. Not even a hot dog.
Oh, that sounds good.
Chorizo link in a soft roll slathered with chimichurri and a pickled red onion tomato mix.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I would eat all of these, but that one I'm craving. Because the chimichurri sauce with the chorizo,
right?
That sounds great.
Let's see. The Vietnam. This can't be appetizing. Long sausage in a French roll with julienne pickled vegetables.
Yeah, I've had that in a sandwich.
That doesn't really.
I'm sure the hot dog's fine.
The Cleveland hot dog. Kielbasa in a bun. French fries. Hot sauce. Coleslaw. That's not too bad.
Oh, Peter.
I don't know if I'd do hot sauce, though. I might just do spicy mustard with it.
A little hot sauce would be fine, especially if you've got the coleslaw that you put a little, I think, I don't even know if I would put Frank's on there. I don't know what kind of hot sauce I'd put, but got Tabasco.
Okay, and then the Amsterdam ends this list. It's a long hot dog in a bun covered in pizza sauce and mozzarella cheese, then broiled.
You know why? Because these people are high as hell all the time.
I don't want a pizza-based hot dog, but I wouldn't say no to it if that was if you were hanging out somewhere and like, hey, you want to try this? Yeah, why not? I'd be up for it.
Again, I think the only one on this list that throws me off is the quail egg. And I don't even know why. I'm sure a quail egg tastes like an egg. I just don't think egg is supposed to be on a hot dog. On a hamburger, 100%. Hot dog, not so much.
Who was it that did the quail egg? Oh, Columbia.
That was the Columbia.
Usually the weird egg stuff is like Asian when you get
ranch,
bowls and
Asian,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that should be on the China one.
Right.
Most
of these hot dogs I would try.
Yeah.
And I think a handful of them I would love. I think I would. Although I'm thinking about it, if I grill hot dogs this weekend, I might throw some pickle chips on them.
I was going to say, you know what? At the end, when I promote all my stuff, send me pictures of all your guys' hot dogs over the holiday weekend. If you're celebrating, you're going to do that. I want to see. Nope. Hold on.
Wait. You don't even know what you just said. He wants pictures of your peckers.
I just want so many pictures of your hot dogs.
Pecker pictures.
Oh my God, Rob's laughing right now.
Peter Piper picked a pecker pictures.
Good stuff.
Fucking double cuts. I missed you.
Telling you, it's my best part of the night.
Much.
Every time.
I know Rob's laughing somewhere.
Yeah, just somewhere.
We need to take a break. When we come back, not as much as last week, but we'll fly through segment 2, all the television, movie, and streaming updates that you need to know about, and a bunch of programming that you can watch to keep you busy this Memorial Day weekend. We will
keep it light, having some fun.
Yeah.
More. It's Eric Nagel. It's Eric Nagel. Next. It's Eric Nagel. Follow the show on all social medias at It's Eric Nagel for ways to watch or listen to the show, both live and on demand. Go to itsericnagel.com.
Hi, it's Joel Edgerton. You're listening to It's Eric Nagel.
Segment 2 of the show, Eric Jordan here with you, talking about television, movies, streaming updates, going through all the stuff for this Memorial Day weekend. You're all going to have, hopefully you have the 4 days off, but if not, you definitely have the 3 days off. And when you're done, remembering all those brave men and women who gave their lives in service of this United States of America. Spend time, reflect, be thankful for where you are, what you have, spending time with your family, cook some good food, and of course, you're going to have to do something to preoccupy the rest of your time while you're off. And if you're not outside, if you're not one of those people that have a pool, you're probably going to the movies. You're probably going to be home and streaming stuff. And we're here to tell you about some things that are going on that might be of interest for you. But as we start each segment 2 every week, Jordan, what have you been watching?
After we had talked about things not really being on Apple TV Plus and what's bringing us to it, I was perusing the other day to try to figure out if there was anything worth my time. And I found a show that just started. I think it's like 5 or 6 episodes in already, called Dark Matter. This was actually a really interesting show. I've only got a couple episodes in where it's like this guy who's a scientist. He's teaching, physics at a local college. His life didn't quite turn out the way he wanted it, but he's happy. He's got a beautiful wife, great kid. His buddy is succeeding. So he's out celebrating one night. And then on his way back after drinking with his buddy, he gets abducted, stripped down to, different clothing, drugged, put in a box, and he wakes up in an alternate reality version of Chicago. So it's not his Chicago. And it turns out he abducted himself. A different version of him went to his reality, wanting his life because it was different, and he liked that version. So it's really weird. It's like, the version we're supposed to kind of associate with is trying to get back to his version of Chicago. So it's like alternate dimensions, alternate realities. Very cool so far. Joel Edgerton is in it, and Jennifer Connelly is in it.
I've had Joel on the show.
Yeah, I like him. He's just a good actor. He just does these really cool projects. I like it so far, so I'm gonna keep going with it and see how it turns out. But yeah, very much enjoying that one. I watched the first 2 episodes of Tires.
Oh, the Shane Gillis show.
Yes, so that is out now. First 2 episodes so far, very funny. They do not hold back on anything. Like they're
doing weekly releases.
No, there's 6 episodes up or something like that. I think they just threw all of them up there.
Okay, good, because I want to watch all of it.
Yeah, so I'll probably just burn through the rest of them before the weekend ends. But yeah, I'm on episode 3. Let me see how many are out there. There's 6 episodes up there right now. They're about 20 minutes each. Very funny. Like I said, they don't shy away from being un-PC. It's really kind of just fun. So that's pretty good. I ended up watching the making of X-Men 97. after they always do these Marvel properties on Disney Plus, they always, a week after they've done the season ender or the series ender, they'll do a making of. This is no different. It's really good, kind of cool. And then this weekend, I'm going to go see that new Planet of the Apes movies. So I decided to watch all the 3 newer ones, the Rise, Dawn, and War of the Planet of the Apes. And they're still fun. Just a fun, fun turn your brain off, watch monkeys go crazy kind of movie. It was very interesting how they still hold up. So
out of context, that comment could get you in a lot of trouble. I'm just saying.
Well, you know what?
Hope nobody takes that and then clips and splices in other stuff. I hope that does not happen.
You have a lot of splicing to do this episode. We've got a lot of things going on.
That does not happen. And please blur out our logo and put in his "I didn't watch it" podcast logo.
Yeah, I'll send you the high res version if you need it.
For me, I watched a few more episodes of X-Men '97. What else was I watching? I was trying to catch up on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was really watching anything else outside of the news. I was doing
the back of your eyelids because you're in bed by 7.
I know. I hate this. I don't know why my body switched back to me going to bed early. A couple weeks ago, I crashed one night. I was in bed by 9, and I haven't been able to shake it since.
I'm not going to lie. I was surprised to see you up late last night with us for a little while. And then I think it was like 11 o'clock my time hit, and you're like, well, I'm calling it a night, guys. And I'm like, you're usually good for 4 more hours. What are you doing?
I don't know what happened. I just can't function after a certain time at night. I'm amazed we're up this late now doing this. And
you're like, I'm dragging.
And as Hollywood agent Rob Stark was saying, it's like, oh, so you're living like a normal human being, and this is a healthy way to to be living and all that stuff. And I just paused and I said, yeah.
You're like, I hate it.
I hate it so much.
You're like, my kid has so much energy between the hours of 9 a.m. and noon, and I'm never awake for it. It sucks.
Yeah. I just wish I'll have to fix it. I don't know. I'm leaving the country in about a week. So my sleep schedule, my living schedule is all going to be all messed up from time changes or what have you. So we'll see how I do in a couple of weeks when I come back. I haven't watched anything else, I don't think.
Yeah.
I need to. I have a lot of stuff to watch here. I have a list. I want to watch that Ricky Stenicki movie.
That was fun.
The John Cena movie on Amazon. Welcome to Wrexham Season 3 is up and running on Hulu. I got to watch that. Somebody told me, was there a Lord of the Rings series that's on Prime?
Yeah, the first season came out already. That was last year.
It
came out around this. I never watched it. It came out around the same time as the HBO House of Dragons, and I kind of just chose one over the other and then never went back to the other. The other one's getting a season 2, so maybe it'd be worth going back to. I started rewatching Always Sunny. Like, we keep talking about Wrexham and I keep seeing all this stuff. I started watching Always Sunny again, and it's like, I forgot how funny some of those early episodes are. Where they get the gun. And I forget they don't bring Frank in.
Soaked in rum. It is loaded with booze.
Yes.
So good. Need rum ham this weekend, too.
Where's the rum ham?
There's Jordan just knocking his kids over, flipping tables.
Ah, rum ham!
Just waking up early.
Yeah.
Where's the rum ham? That'd be good. So yeah, started rewatching that.
I, like you, the audience, have a lot to catch up on, and we have more stuff that's coming out right now that I'm going to have to watch. So there'll be plenty for us to enjoy. Already on video on demand.
I can't believe it.
Fall Guy. It's available.
Pisses me off.
It did 2 weeks in the theaters and back on to digital.
Yep.
The studios are ruining everything they put out.
They're trying to kill it, man.
Not just just movie theaters and their streaming stuff. They're bundling with the competitors that they were determined to destroy and seize all of Hollywood in the last few years. And now they're all coming around with their tails between their legs because they don't have any fucking idea of what they're doing. So they're bundling with competitors to make cheaper versions so you can start streaming their stuff. And they're just going to ruin movie theaters. I don't know how any of these gigantic movie theaters are still open.
I don't know, because Fall Guy is a very good movie. They should have left that in for the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Like, leave it in there. Give somebody something else to watch other than Fury. I'm sure it's in theaters, but stop pushing it for a video on demand, because now you're not telling people you can go to the theater, get out of the house, do the fun social thing. Instead, $20, watch it at home. And it's just not the same. Like, I love the theater experience. There are some movies that are just more fun to be on a big screen.
I got my
Fall Guys fun.
I got my tickets for Deadpool X Wolverine.
Oh,
the day
that's going to be so fun.
I got my ticket for there. By the way, before we get into the rest of the stuff that's out, do you know Disney put the Wolverine trailer on Disney Plus?
Really?
I only found it because I went to my kid's account, which is now it's an adult account because some of the stuff she doesn't want to watch anymore. I went to the wish list, and there it was on the wish list. I go, why is this weird on here? And there was the movie trailer. I know it's an adult account. I'm not saying why is this on a list for a kid.
Right.
I understand that. But the fact that it's there. So
I mean,
they're putting their movie trailers on their streaming platform now, which is, I didn't think about it, is a smart idea.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Put it up there.
Especially for things coming out in the theater. Go see it.
Put a little feature. It said trailers are coming soon, and there's the trailer list. Scroll through the thing there. It's like, oh, I'm going to watch all these trailers. Because if you're not going to YouTube, if you're not watching them on TV, if they're right there, you might want to click the thumbnail and go, yeah, I'll watch the 3 different X-Men, the 3 different Deadpool trailers that are up. Why not?
They're running a anti-cell phone PSA in front of movies now with Wolverine and Deadpool. And I saw footage of it, and it's hilarious. But it's not worth bringing here because it's just someone on it in the theater with their cell phone. But it's funny because like they're sitting there and they're doing a scene, and all of a sudden you hear his phone ring. Deadpool stops and goes, wait, is that a cell phone? And Wolverine kind of pushes him off screen and starts yelling at the people, telling them to go fuck themselves. And he's using, and it's getting bleeped out. And Wolverine is going off like, and if you don't do it, I'm going to come down and I'm going to take that beep beep. And he's like, I want to shove that right up your face. And Deadpool has to come in and hold him back. And it's hilarious. And it's like, I wish there was a very good copy we could bring to the show that would be worth it. But I'm hoping I'll see that this weekend when I hit the theater up. It's really funny.
I'm looking real quick to see if there's a Deadpool.
The only one I found is someone, like, doing the Kramer bit in a theater with a camera or the cell phone, and they were recording it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. All right.
But yeah, it's funny.
Did you see the fake beer commercial that they made?
Yeah, for Heineken.
For Heineken.
Yeah, I've been trying to avoid a lot of coverage of this because I don't want anything spoiled at this point.
It has nothing, and I'm starting to. There's nothing to do with the movie.
I know, but I'm just I don't want to see anything. Like, I'm so excited for this movie. Like, I just at this point, just let me have it.
Right. Okay.
But let's play it on the show. Why not?
I get it.
No, watch it.
I fully understand. I get it.
Put it on. I'm not Giddles.
Whoa, hold on. You don't want to do this.
Oh, I promise you, I do.
What have you done?
No.
Don't get mad. I borrowed some adamantium from your claws. That's a thing. You can do that. And I made us something special.
That's a thing. Jesus.
There you go, boy. Heineken Silver, new adamantium edition. All the taste, no bitter endings. Does not actually exist. Don't sue us.
Nope. I'm so excited for that fucking movie.
Yeah, me too.
Like, that's going to be a fun. I think that's the direction we needed to go. All the other phase whatevers were all dour and sad, and this just looks like it's going to be fun.
I'm very excited. I got my I went and I got my seats the morning that they were announced that you could buy tickets. Yeah. And somebody bought my normal seats. And they
don't have them roped off for you?
No.
Local celebrity Eric Nagel?
Not even that. Just the guy who buys 3 seats and only one person shows up, so the other people can't sit near him.
Yeah, the
somebody
buffer
bought
seats.
my cluster of seats, so I bought the row just behind that, and I will make sure to talk and maybe kick the wall in front of me because
Eric calls him his Jimmy Buffers. Let it breathe.
You need to shut your mouth.
There it is. I was waiting for it. Look, they're not all winners.
Also coming out on video on demand, what is Challengers?
Challengers is that tennis movie with Zendaya. Another one that was only in the theaters maybe 3 weeks before going on video on demand. And this movie, people are talking about its possible Oscar bait. So even movies that people are saying that could win an Oscar aren't immune from how bad the studios are fucking everything up.
And Civil War.
Civil War is that one where the journalists are going across country.
Oh, is this where Texas and California get together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that movie's been out a month.
All right, maybe I'll watch that online.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it.
I wanted to see how bad that is. There was a movie I forgot I wanted to watch because it looked so terrible. It came out so many years ago, but it was something about like the countries were giant land masses that were traveling, and everybody was afraid of London.
Yeah, no, that didn't do well at all.
I know, but I can't.
I think that Peter Jackson produced that one.
It came to mind only because I was seeing people talk about that the guy who directed Godfather, Francis Ford Coppola,
right?
His movie coming out, Megalopolis.
Yeah, that's getting panned.
And for some reason, it made me think of that other movie and where the
Mortal Engines.
Yeah, Mortal Engines. I'm gonna write that one down because
I think it's based off of like a YA book series. It's got a good cast.
Which
Mortal Engines.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch that for no reason other than I just remembered it existed.
I do that all the time. Yeah.
All right, what else is out now? On HBO Max. I'm calling it that from now on because the Max is dumb. Dune Part 2. You can stream it there.
Yep.
And then on the 25th, which is just a day away, Lady Gaga's Chromatic Ball concert special is going to be there. So if you like watching concerts that you didn't spend money to go to, like me, I'll go and I'll watch the concert movie because it'll probably be a much better experience than me going to the show. Over on Paramount Plus, we have the brand new South Park special, South Park, The End of Obesity, where they're going after Ozempic and whatever that other one is with an M. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Morbidly Obese. We'll just call it that. So go and check that out over on Netflix. Like we said, Tires. And what is Atlas?
It's a Halle Berry sci-fi movie about her distrust of AI and then having to trust an AI computer to save the world. It's straight to Netflix. I don't know what Halle Berry's doing, but whatever.
Well, it's not good work, and it's not Storm in the X-Men franchise, so she's got to do something. Tom from Alberta says, count me as one of them. I'm going to see Fall Guy on Saturday. In the
Do it.
theaters.
Like, see it in the theater. It is such a fun movie. Like, I enjoyed it a lot.
Moving on, Disney Plus, the making of X-Men 97, like Jordan said. There's also something on the top of the Disney Plus, that scrolling thing that they have where they show you highlights of new properties or properties they want to draw your attention to. There was some kind of special or show or whatever for Jim Henson.
Yes, that's right. And they have a Beach Boys documentary, apparently.
Scrolling.
God, where is that?
Let's see.
And then Doctor Who, if you feel like caring about nothing.
Shut up.
I know.
Scrolling.
What is it called?
Oh, there's a Queen rock musical.
The Beauty Queen Killer? No, that's 9 Days of Terror. That's the wrong one.
Queen. Oh, they took it down off the front scroll. It was.
I know.
There.
That's why I can't find it either. Anyway, go find it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not showing.
It's not If These Walls Could Sing, no?
No, Jim Henson, Idea Man.
Okay.
It was just the advertisement. Sorry, it comes out on the 31st. I thought it was available now. All right, so.
This is the one time the trailer got you.
Yeah, it did.
Now you want to see it.
Do me a favor and put see where I'm writing this in here?
Yep.
For that, just write that in on the sheet for next week so that we have it. All right. Also in theaters, if you're going to go for the cinematic movie experience, Furiosa, which is a Mad Max inspired movie. I don't know if it's technically a spin-off or something, but
it's a prequel.
So you can go see that. There's a new Garfield movie with Chris Pratt sounding like Chris Pratt in everything Chris Pratt does. Mario sounds
sure?
like that.
It might sound like Mario.
No. Garfield, and then re-release on the 27th. If you're not doing anything on Monday, you want to go to the theaters. They've been putting all the Spider-Man movies back into the movie theaters, one each weekend, and we're up to Spider-Man Far From Home will be out.
They've been doing pretty well too. Like they've been making a good chunk of money for being re-releases. Like they're not even offering anything special. There's no updated thing. There's no special edition. There's no special scenes. Like it's just, this is the same movie you can pop your Blu-ray in, but they just threw it in the theater and people are going. Like they're making.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I was thinking out loud.
Far From Home was the second of the trilogy?
Where he went to Europe and had Jake Gyllenhaal with Mysterio.
Yeah, it was Spider-Man Euro Trip.
Okay. Spider-Man Euro Trip.
Euro Trip,
Spider-Man. And then Hellblade 2 is coming out for the Xbox and the PC. If you looking to get your mitts on some new gaming stuff, you have that. Let's skim through the news real quick because there wasn't a whole lot, but we'll fly through it. Some Marvel information here for you. We talked about you can buy your tickets now for Deadpool and Wolverine. Go out and buy those tickets. Even though it's in July, they will sell pretty fast. There's a lot of buzz around this movie.
Yeah, that's
and if anything's going to invigorate people about the Marvel world and MCU, Deadpool is probably going to do it.
I agree.
So that Marvel announced that Vision is we know what that's going to be. We saw White Vision disappear. What was it in
WandaVision?
Was it WandaVision or was it in the Doctor Strange sequel?
No, it was the end of WandaVision, I believe.
He disappeared and we never saw him again. Well, now we're going to find out what's going on because they just announced Vision with Paul Bettany is set for release in 2026. And it's being produced by the people who did Star Trek Picard, which was good. The first season was terrible. The second season course corrected, and the third season nailed it. So,
third season is probably my favorite piece of Star Trek television, next to the Next Generation.
Correct. So we have that coming. We don't know, is Wanda in it?
No. As far as we know, Wanda's gone. You know, she's dead. So, no. This sounds like it's going to be just White, I hate saying this, but the White Vision trying to figure out his place in life. Because at the end of WandaVision, she kind of restored his memories of what he used to be. So now he's like having this crisis. So he's just off doing his thing, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I bet you Wanda comes back. They bring her back some way.
Yeah, I hope so.
Marvel's
at least in a
flashback movie, which everybody's been eagerly awaiting for ever since Disney got all the Fox properties 5 years ago. Has announced that they've hired a writer for the movie. They finally got somebody who's going to actually flesh this thing out for us. And,
and he wrote Assassin's Creed from 2016.
Oh no.
So my excitement went way down when I found out who he was. Like, damn it.
All right.
I know. Like they get us closer and then they just say, no, we suck.
He also wrote one of the Hunger Games movies.
The last one, the one that just came out in theaters, like
nobody knew or gave a shit about.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I know.
Hugh Jackman said he agreed to do Deadpool 3 before letting his agent know.
Which is crazy considering how much agents pretty much... I mean, look at Hollywood agent Rob Stark. He knows. Right. They control everything.
But I think that makes so much more sense where Ryan Reynolds dropped that teaser.
Yeah.
Where he's sitting in the living room and then the guy walks out from the kitchen to go upstairs and he's like, hey, Hugh, you want to do another movie? He's like, sure.
So good.
I bet you that they just shot that on their own.
Yeah.
Well, that's how Deadpool got made, because they went to Fox and Fox was not into it. So they spent money. They got production money together to make that 5-minute version.
It was like a little 5-minute scene.
The highway scene and all the fine everything. And Fox still passed on it. So then, they kind of leaked it. And then that people were going crazy for it. And that forced Fox's hand to make it happen. And then it was released right before he kind of let it slip right before the movie that he leaked it.
Of course I did.
Yeah, of course I did. He had to get it done. But this seems right in the vein of how they do all the creative stuff with Deadpool. It's like, we shot it, we did it, and now it's going to happen. So there you go.
Yeah.
I saw that because who needs this? The Munsters. We saw the Rob. Oh, I didn't, but we saw the trailer for the Rob Zombie.
I didn't like
Munsters. No one gave a shit about it. No one likes the Munsters anymore. It's an outdated concept that just isn't going to come back.
I like the old stuff, but it's hard because you and I have had this conversation. I think if we were going to choose the two, we're choosing the Addams Family.
Yep. Always.
Like the Addams Family was just a more fun property. I like the Munsters, but I think I remember more of the Addams Family.
Well, but the Addams Family has also had a successful track record of regenerating itself.
Yeah, those cartoons were fantastic.
I love those
cartoons.
Movies were good. Yeah, the movies were good. The Netflix version of Wednesday, which is coming back soon, I believe next year with season 2, was a huge success.
Right.
So no matter what they're doing with the Addams Family, in whatever version of it is, has been successful. The Munsters
somehow
has not. No one cares. Just no one cares. But now they're saying, oh, the Munsters is getting a dark reboot. So a new reboot of the Munsters, the classic 1960s sitcom about a family of suburban monsters, is in the works. 1313, a reference to the address from where they lived, is being developed by Universal Content Productions, a division of Universal. The new reboot will certainly have horror bona fides, as Deadline is reporting. I don't care about when it originally ran. So they're going to try to make it where it's actually evil. They kill people or something. Maybe Grandpa actually is a real vampire, not just a goofy cornball looking of a vampire and goes out and kills people. That is the step in the right direction, but maybe that will reinvigorate the franchise, but I don't think anyone's going to care.
Look, all they need to do is bring back when Grandpa made a sleeping pill for Herman, and the sleeping pill was about the size of a sub sandwich.
I remember that.
And it had a big clock on it, and he swallowed it, and then he fell asleep, and then they thought he was dead, so the coroner took him. There were moments.
The show that they refused to let die outside of the Munsters, Dexter, is getting a prequel. Nobody watched that sequel.
I saw like 2 episodes. I fell off. Like
with Dexter and his kid was the one trying to kill him. Sorry, spoiler. But they thought it was going to continue more, and then they canceled it.
Yeah.
After that, no one gave a fuck. It was done. That ending to Dexter with the hurricane and the boat and how terrible it was awful. So bad. And now they're trying to do a prequel. Was this supposed to be about his dad?
It's him and his dad and his sister.
Yeah, who cares?
Basically, his dad is being played by Christian Slater.
What I am excited about, and this is what we're going to finish with here, Sandman 2, finally. It's been a long time. If you haven't seen the Sandman series, Sandman is based on the works of Neil Gaiman. Go to Netflix and watch them. I might actually give that a rewatch. It's been a while.
I may too. I was thinking of the same thing. I was like, ooh.
The guy that plays one of Sandman's siblings, the transgender one, the blonde one.
Yeah.
I forget what the character's name is on there, but is also on Quantum Leap.
Yeah, he's the nerdy tech one.
Yeah, he is on Quantum Leaps. But they're in Sandman. Sandman's really good.
It really is.
I need to go back and watch all of that.
I was actually okay with Jenna Coleman showing up in that show as Joanna Constantine.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. I love Constantine, but that's okay. I'm good with it.
Was she supposed to be the Constantine figure, or was she a family descendant? Sort of like the Belmonts with Castlevania.
She was like a descendant. Yeah, she was like 2 different versions, like the Lady Joanna and like the 18th century or something like that, and then like the newer version. But yeah, it was like a family name.
Yeah. Anyway, season 2, they've cast characters Delirium, Destiny, and the Prodigal. The Prodigal.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And I don't know anything about them, so I don't want to know anything about them. Should be fun. Do you have anything to add to that? Is there something?
No, I mean, that is, I'm actually trying to avoid anything else on that too. I'm glad they gave us who else is coming. That means it's done. It's coming soon. That was one of my favorite shows of, I think it was last year. And I'm okay with it because I really liked, what was that show on Stars? The other Neil Gaiman property.
Oh, Good Omen?
No, not Good Omen. I loved Good Omens too. American Gods.
Oh,
I liked that show.
Yeah. I don't know if they ever finished it, but they canceled it.
They screwed up.
What's his name was Mr. Wednesday?
Orlando Jones?
No.
Ian McShane was Mr. Wednesday. Orlando Jones was in it. There was an issue with Orlando Jones, like at season 3, they got rid of his character recast his character
Godfrey like they did in the 7-Up commercials.
Oh my God, wouldn't that have been funny?
That would have been
doing his Nigerian accent.
That would have been the right way to do it.
Would have been hilarious.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Orlando Jones, actor, I think he's a character actor now at this point, but actor, he was the 7-Up pitch guy in the commercials for a while.
Make 7 up yours.
And then he went was doing a movie or something, so they brought New York City comedian Godfrey in to finish the rest of the campaign as the Orlando Jones character. It would have been great to have Godfrey come in and finish his character for American Gods, but alas, here we are.
Here we are.
So Sandman 2 is coming. We don't know exactly when yet, but I would love if they announced that this was going to be like a Christmas drop.
That would be great.
It'd be great to watch between Christmas and New Year's. It'd be fantastic.
And I'm wondering what they're going to end up doing, like how many episodes. Like, I hope they give us a good amount, because I don't know. I know Neil Gaiman's heavily involved, so he's like writing new material to make, punch it up a little bit. I hope we get enough to really be worth it, because I really did enjoy that show a lot more than I thought I would. Because I never read the comics, so.
I didn't either. I remember seeing one or two of them. Like, I knew somebody who had no, not comics, graphic novels.
Graphic novels.
And I skimmed through them, but I never sat down and went through the whole entire lore.
But the thing is, it's connected to another show that we really like, and I was kind of hoping they would cross over, like they should have, Lucifer.
Yeah.
And
the Lucifer in Sandman is way different than the Lucifer that was in the DC world.
Right.
But that Lucifer was based on Sandman, and I would have loved. They brought what's her name, the blonde lady from Game of Thrones,
Gwendolyn. Yeah,
she plays Lucifer, right?
Yes, I believe so.
They brought her in because Lucifer is blonde in the graphic novel.
Yeah,
some feminine features to it, but you can change anything. It would have been great to bring the Lucifer that we knew from the TV show and the Netflix series into this. He would be fantastic.
He was so good in that.
That's the guy's name. I was trying to think of the actor's name.
Yes.
Bring him in. Dade Murphy saying, I'm okay with Jenna Coleman showing up in anything. I agree with you. She's quite easy on the eyes. She's fetching, if you will, and was lovely when we had her on the show for Doctor Who. We had her and Peter Capaldi and Stephen Moffat on back in what they call The Day.
The Day.
I think we need to get out of here. Oh, wait. Wrong thing.
That's funny.
There it is. Mason K, who has been in the chat most of the night with 2240. I've never seen that combination for it.
What a weird comment. Maybe he's hit up all the tax.
Maybe. I don't know.
Weird conversion rate. I don't know.
But anyway, thank you kindly for doing that. Thank you for the show, guys. No, thank you, Mason. All of that goes. And look, Jordan's going to be living high on the horse this weekend.
See his pocket? That's where it's all going.
Right in there. All this money's coming in. He might have food for a meal.
And you know why this pocket? Because it's close to my heart. Thanks, everybody, tonight for helping a brother out.
You need to shut your mouth.
Yeah, with that being said, we do need to go and get out of here and start our big 4-day weekend. Reminder, if you're listening to this on Friday, that we will have a pop-up show also that day where we're going to do a Q&A. You can go to any of our social media outlets. You can hit the link to send a question to us if you want. If you want to come into the live rooms, both on YouTube and Twitch, we're doing Super Chat only questions. So if you want a question to be answered and show up on the screen, whatever, so unfortunately, you got to pay this round. That is just what we're doing. All right. That being said, we are done. We are out of here. We have to go and do the plugs. So Jordan, as always, our nation's eyes turn to you.
Come check me out on my other show, I'll Watch It Later podcast, where we watch movies we probably should have seen a long time ago, critique them, check them out, and then we talk about all the new stuff. YouTube, I'll Watch It Later podcast. I've been a little under the weather, so I'm going to get some new videos up this weekend. And then if you want to check us out on Instagram, at Watch Later Pod. Jinx Ronan is my personal. Come say hi. Send me all those hot dog pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, put that in.
Do those things. For me and the show, it's Eric Nagel across the board on all the social media platforms. Give us a follow there. And if you're listening to us on the iHeartRadio app, thank you very much for doing so. But if you're listening to us, Apple, Spotify, any of those other places that you find your on-demand content, do us a kindness. Apparently, we're on Audible and Amazon Music, which we learned, and Pandora. We got to get
Deezer.
I'm going to try to get us taken off of Pandora, but for the other places that we know, if they allow you to do a review, please go over there, leave a positive review. It does help out the program, and we will forever be your bestest friend. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do the program, you can hop over to our live rooms on YouTube and on Twitch. And I forgot for a second. And you just look for, they're all under the moniker It's Eric Nagel, and you can find us there and be part of the program. All right.
Sounds good.
That is it. We're done. We need to leave. We need to go. We need to do other things than be around the likes of you people.
It's true.
We shouldn't really end the show that way. I don't think the company found on that. Whatever. Fuck them.
Thanks for listening, you assholes.
Yes. Until the next time, everybody.
Be excellent to each other.
And have a wonderful time. Oh, wow. We haven't said that in a while. Be excellent to each other. Have a wonderful time. And we'll be seeing
you.
Take care, guys.
It's Eric Nagel.
By the way, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.